Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Fundayz Sports. I am joined by my man Frosty.
What's up?
And we got Big Fish in the house.
What's up?
And welcome to the official fucking studio.
Yeah, we're here.
First episode in the studio.
We're doing it.
It's super sexy.
We got a lot of good shit to talk about. March Madness. Obviously, we had the Final Four this weekend, so a lot of good shit going on there.
Yep.
My Cougs, of course.
Yeah, Duke's not playing in the championship, so that's a good deal.
Apparently, your sister got pissed at you for saying that on Facebook when
Oh,
you shouted me out.
my niece, she's a big Packers fan and a big Duke fan. She just
Sounds like a shitty time.
she's had a rough while.
Sounds like a Cowboys fan from the 90s.
And it's this year. If you haven't heard, this is the year the Cowboys are going to win the title.
All right.
The
Well,
Cowboys?
at least I didn't have to fucking
Really?
say it.
I've heard.
What, are the Dolphins going to win?
I know it ain't the Dolphins. Zach Wilson. Let's go, buddy.
I got quarterback. Joe Milton. We got hope. We got Joe Milton as our fucking backup now. I am stoked about that.
Everybody's going to be chasing my Buccaneers.
Thank you,
Dude, you're
Baker.
going to be so fucking irrelevant. You're going back to the 80s, dude. I'm sorry.
I'm telling
John
you.
Gruden.
You got your stuff with Gruden.
Mark
and
it
with
down right now. Fundayz Sports, seeing Baker Mayfield in the championship with an MVP performance.
I'd love to see
Baker
it.
Mayfield.
It'd be like Matt Stafford winning. You're just like, fuck yeah. What else do we got? We got a little TGL recap. We'll touch on that kind of stuff that we liked about it.
Wild championship. It wasn't as wild. I mean, it was wild, but
It was pretty fucking
It was
electric.
cool. It was
The
awesome.
first night was wild, and then the second night,
night, that was a whole bag of cats, man. That was fun to watch.
I wish it had gone 2 matches, but
Oh, yeah.
the
That's
walk
what I
off
was-
Billy Horschel.
I was
Yeah.
banking on that, but yeah, Billy Ho, he said no.
What else? We've got some more golf matches coming, and thank God it's not snowing outside today.
Yeah. It's a beautiful day out. We should have probably been golfing today.
Probably, honestly.
Awesome.
Would have been nice for it.
Would have been.
but Had some projects we had to get done today.
Yep.
You know.
Light to moderate carpentry.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We had to redo the fence.
Saw a board.
Yep. And yesterday we literally burned down the house.
Burnt that bitch in the dirt.
Yeah, we burned a house.
Straight
Legally
burn.
speaking, we burned a house.
Legally.
Legally
Yeah.
speaking.
As volunteer firefighters.
As volunteer firefighters.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
In
And
emergency.
virginity of firefighters.
Turns out diesel fuel in a couch and a match really goes a long ways.
Yeah. It.
That bitch got hot quick.
She got hot.
That's why you got to water your Christmas tree there, fellas.
Yeah.
Is that the key?
I don't know. Just get a fake one.
Right, I
There's
think
less
it's
needles
better.
for one.
Yes. Yes.
Way less needles. Oh, alright. We're gonna do a pro move right here, because I can't fucking reach. This is our first time in the studio, so sorry for fucking up so much.
Oh, baseball's underway too.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
do have baseball underway. But, kind of the crazy thing, our international subscribers
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
listeners.
Shout out the world.
Yeah, we'll go play by play on that one and kind of give a rundown on who's listening from where and what we're kind of seeing.
Fundayz Sports worldwide.
Yeah.
World
World
Worldwide.
sports.
The Nina, the Pina, the Santa Maria.
We'll probably.
What's that game that they play over in like India and stuff where they got the arm
Cricket?
that they throw the balls? It's some goofy deal, but I'd cover that shit.
I think it's called Swashbuckle.
Swashbuckle?
It's
I don't know, like
Jackass
I think
was
the
taking
Pilgrims
in that
part of
movie. Jackass was letting the guys whip those
Oh
things.
yeah.
Yeah, that's no fucking joke. That's
Yeah.
like it's like racquetball and feels like baseball and tennis like somehow thrown together in like this weird.
Someone
morph.
look that up because it's a really weird name.
Anyways, shout out international subscribers. We're going to talk a little bit about countries that I would love to go play and kind of some courses based on where some people are at that are listening. Frosty is going to go over some of his planned adventures for his audiobooks.
Yeah.
And then our in-house absolute expert
Yeah.
on Black Hills Golf.
The Black Hills region.
So we'll talk about some great courses there. We'll have some upcoming content, kind of courses and trips that we're going to go out there and do. But it'll be cool to talk about some of those spots and give a little shout out in the meantime.
Jai Alai, I think is the sport name.
The fuck did you just say?
Jai Alai.
It's Highlight.
Highlight. There we go.
Highlight.
I'm
Kinda
a
like-
fucking idiot.
What the fucking...
I'm so fucking cultured. I know how to
What in the
pronounce
fucking
it.
Jai is going on right now?
Yeah. He's going to have some jalapenos here in a bit.
Jalapenos.
Oh my God! I did have to break you on one thing.
Italian and
Yes.
Italian. Turns out you don't go to Italy, you go to Italy.
Calling it Italian.
I always called it Italian.
I grew up with a lot of Italian folks out in San Diego.
So you go to Italy
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
to eat Italian food.
To
To eat Italian food. And
Dude, trust
talk
me,
to
it's a rough one.
Italian people.
I think that's a Midwestern thing, to be honest with you.
The best
think it is,
Midwestern...
Coming from a guy who doesn't know what fucking Quonset.
Yeah, what the fuck? Fucking driving down the highway in Frosty's all of a sudden just like, oh, that's a Quonset.
a
I'm
nice
like, what the
Quonset.
fuck did you just say?
But I'm telling you, if you do... So it's Italian food.
Italian, yep.
Yes.
Italian.
Spear-
Italian.
Spearfish, South Dakota. Authentic little Italian restaurant. Nuna's Kitchen. Can't beat it. Chicken Parmesan.
Ooh, I'll
Ooh.
fuck with a good chicken parm.
Boy.
Chicken parm, you taste so good.
Ooh. It hits the spot.
Hell yeah.
But
Little shout out there. Live next week, we're going to be down in Pier with Fresh Huddle again. Our man Art coming on back, so we're going to have a great little segment with him. Well, it won't be a segment, it'll be the whole damn show.
Yep.
But, God, I can't wait to get him on the golf course. He's never played before, but I think he's going to have so much fun.
he'll be a natural. I mean, that happens. My wife said it. She used to get pissed at me for going golfing all the time. And she's like, why don't you take me? I said, because you're terrible. And she goes, how do you know that I'd be terrible? What if I'd be Tiger Woods? I said, there's no fucking chance that anybody just picked up a club to be Tiger Woods. So I took her to the driving range.
It could happen, but
Perfect place to start. Has to be the driving range.
yeah.
Yes.
Work on contact. Just get it figured
Yeah.
out.
Well,
How'd
she
it go?
couldn't swing any club but the big one.
Oh,
The big one. She
gotta
could.
let the big dog eat.
Yeah. Like, that's the only thing she wanted.
Go straight to it. Little tin cup action.
Yeah.
I like it.
But she did get back
Don't worry
on the
about
course
it.
this summer, or this last fall, with her CPA friends, and she managed to lose 2 head covers of mine. That was pretty big.
That's yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
not good.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
I think we can make something work for your head covers now. No
Yeah.
worries. No worries there.
In my defense, when I laughed when you said getting Art out on the course, I was laughing at the awkward silence. That was after you said that for about the 5 seconds of dead air. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, shoot. Like,
Dude, he's gonna have so much fun.
No, it's gonna be a fun time.
but I do know great athletes that cannot golf though.
Oh yeah,
Like-
big time.
Yeah. I mean, my buddy Zach Elkhorn played for the Packers. Freak athlete. Can't golf.
Did he play baseball growing up?
We tried, but the kid said they had to quit because he was like 6'4", 250 when he was like 13.
Couldn't
Me-
play baseball?
Well, he throws so damn hard.
What's wrong with that?
Kid wanted to be a football player.
That's stupid. Do you know how much Major League Baseball players get paid?
They do.
It's ridiculous. If you have a kid, please give them the opportunity to pitch.
Shout out.
And if they want to play
Bobby
football,
Bonilla.
no big deal. You're still going to have that arm strength and that different mobility and those different arm slots. That's why when you look at like Pat Mahomes, for example, and like everybody loses their minds when he's throwing like off balance and sidearm, and it's like, yeah, it's a little chopper up in between him and the third baseman, and he's just trying to sling something over there.
Yeah.
Just
But I
part
mean,
of the game.
it does. There's a lot of athletic that doesn't
Helps when you're-
transfer.
yeah, helps when your dad is also a Major League Baseball player for Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, no, that does seem to put a little step forward.
Well, the big thing too for baseball players, especially going into golfing, they get that stupid step going on their front foot there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get off
Load
balance
up.
and through that.
That's
you
why-
notice who I don't know if you guys noticed, the best baseball players at playing golf, pitchers.
Oh, because they don't have that load up.
Nope, and they understand like that way to like slide and rotate and then get down on your plant foot where you're at a good point, so you're delivering consistent contact or being able to throw the club head in the same sense of throwing a ball. Rotational power.
That would make sense why hockey players are wicked golfers.
So good.
So good.
One of the best athletes I've ever seen play the game of golf was Brendan Morrow. The way he could just compress the ball, just like short compact, just turn down, and like every single time, dead off the center of the club face. It's fun to watch.
Yeah.
A lot of power too.
Both very expensive sports to be in.
Fair.
South Dakota's got a great youth program going on all over the state.
Yep.
We just had a shout out to the Rushmore Thunder in Rapid City. They're the, I think, 2A national champs. They just got
hell
back.
yeah.
Yeah. Good things.
Party on. What national championship was that?
High school hockey.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember where they went to, but it was back somewhere way back east.
Way back east.
Way back east.
Not up to Saskatchewan?
No, they were here in the States.
Oh, I tell you that much right there.
Right there, boys.
As long as they're not those damn French Canadians.
Dude, you want to see, like, people get pissed off about their own people. Canadians and French Canadians. They hate French Canadians up there. It is hilarious.
Yeah, they talk about race issues in the South here. I'm like, look at yourself, Canada.
You have to have two sets of signs.
Well, they got free health care, fellas, so.
Their national anthem is awesome, but it's not in one language. And the funniest part is like half the time they only sing it in English, and then like a quarter of the time they only sing it in French, and the rest of the time it's the mix.
Well, they got good whiskey. I know that.
Yeah.
They do.
Canadian whiskey. It's usually
Oh my
pretty
God.
decent.
CC.
CC.
Shout out Canadian Club.
Back in my drinking days, Canadian Club.
Do you remember when we did the
Scottsdale.
comparison of how much sugar was in Rumplemints compared to
Yeah.
CC? I was shocked.
I was shocked, too. I figured Rumplemints would be way more sugar. And
I'm talking about like 25, 30 milligrams. Like,
Yeah.
difference.
And CC
Or maybe
had
not
more.
milligrams. Maybe
I mean,
grams.
Rumplemints will do you bad.
Oh,
Do you bad.
That used to be my drink of choice, was CC Waters and a shot of Rumplemints.
Oh.
I would literally watch you put down like 15 of those in a night. Then you just just walk to your car. Have a good night, boys.
Yeah.
And Frosty's just, oh my God.
They don't have lifts here in Agar?
No lifts.
Should look into it.
We don't condone drunk driving.
Yeah,
This
no.
is just what happens when you're driving like, I don't know, a solid
78 feet.
It was literally like a city block. It might have been a block and a half, probably.
It's about, probably hit it with like, it's probably about 200 yards.
Yeah.
Bringing it down 215, 200 to the front edge of the green.
Yeah, 200 to the front edge of the green. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Agar, South Dakota.
Got a bar on each end of town.
Population 8 with 2 bars.
Oh, 65.
76 on the sign.
76 on the side. That's impressive.
But yeah, in the summertime, there's like damn near 100 people in town.
Man,
And then the wintertime happens and there's like 46.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know the whole residents. Know them all.
Indeed. You do indeed.
Yeah.
Get to deliver your lovely packages
Yep.
for an unnamed delivery company.
Yep. Unnamed. But Agar's a great little place. Millie's got good food. Bunkhouse got good food.
Hell yeah.
Nothing wrong with it.
Nope.
Oh, well. March Madness.
The madness
Did you
of
guys
March.
see that game last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Duke had it in their hands, and
Bumble.
Houston
She just
came back, baby.
We finally broken the curse of Jimbo Alvano. Well, that was in the national championship, but like that last second, little like throw and heave, and then North Carolina State ends up beating us in our only national championship appearance, I believe.
That was destiny
basketball.
for Jim Vavano.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was destiny.
Legendary.
I said everything.
It was great. It's like karma in the flesh right there.
Yeah, Cooper Flag had it, had the shot.
Almost was Christian Leitner.
Almost.
Oh my God.
Just so close.
Christian Leitner, the most hated college basketball player of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Without a doubt.
And there's kids that weren't even alive in his era, and they still hate him.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
Sometimes it's just generational, you know.
He seems like a good guy.
No, he's a good dude because he's been around the schools, around the local areas.
Yeah, he does like that Leitner camp thing that he does.
Yeah, good guy. But just always come up with the right shot.
Member of the Dream Team.
Yeah,
he
was a member of the Dream Team.
He was Tyrese Halliburton of the Dream Team. Hallie didn't play a single minute in the gold medal that the U.S. just won this past year.
Oh, yeah?
Who got left off that team? Was it Shaq that got left off? And Christian Leitner went?
Yeah. Well,
Shaq
would have been the year after.
Next year, I think, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Next year he was drafted.
Yes.
Otherwise, no doubt.
No, you guys got to get, because we watched Shaq and Christian Leitner play in Rapid City. The Orlando Magic played the Timberwolves. I thought it was both their rookie year.
In Rapid City?
Rapid City, South Dakota.
What were they doing out there?
They played an exhibition game, and it was hyped up because it was Leitner and Shaq.
Gotcha.
Fuck yeah.
That short little 125-mile drive for us, but
short little John for the state of South Dakota.
Super short.
Dude, shit wouldn't be so long if you guys had interstates that went across, but instead it's like...
We do. They're just down and on the right. Like, they go nowhere through the middle of the state.
I-90, shout out I-90.
I mean, you can run 212 all the way across the state to Washington, I believe.
Yeah, it's 65. In South Dakota, I don't know what it is everywhere else. Wyoming's probably 150, whatever you want to go.
Allegedly, Texas is going to try out the first American Autobahn highway.
Oh, that should work good with all those oil fielders.
It should work fine.
I mean, fuck shit up on a 2-lane road. I can't imagine just an Autobahn.
The speed limit's already 85.
Yeah, America,
like at a certain point.
Autobahn, yeah.
The speed limit's 85, and if you're going under 100 in the left lane, people will pass you. Except for Van Horn, Texas. Fuck you, Van Horn, Texas.
Not in my Prius. Them bitches went past. I would just yell America and stomp down on it.
Woo! USA! Catch me in my Hellcat.
Is that Little River Band?
LRB. Shout out LRB.
They call it a soup kitchen.
But back to this whole Final Four thing.
Yeah.
How'd you guys pick it there?
I was out. Arizona was my last team on our drawing board. But Florida and Auburn, I did almost have Auburn. I missed out on getting them. But that I was holding out for them. I was wanting Auburn to make it in. But Florida, they're a good, solid team, in my opinion. They deserve to be there.
I picked Florida right away.
Did you?
They're scrappy. They don't go away.
Dude, we got a little head-to-head now.
They went in at 30-4.
Yeah.
The tournament, won their last 14 coming into the tournament. You knew they were going to be national champs right there.
Ooh.
Crown them.
I don't know. David's clearing his throat,
adorable.
I think.
Crown them.
That's so fucking cute. Duke played
just because you
so bad in the last minute and a half, but Houston played their absolute... I'm not even listening to you right now. You can go fuck yourself.
That's why I was laughing. Like, I could say whatever the fuck I want. Just go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah, maybe if you'd stop making out with my dog, that would be okay.
Hey,
that's fine. Hey.
She kissed me first, man.
She's so fucking sweet. Sorry Coda's not here today. Mourning the loss of a puppy dog at the moment. Not Coda, but my other little girl. But, yeah, that's why we're reinforcing the fence.
Yeah.
Tidbit on that, turns out if your dog ever gets into poison, you need to find either hydrogen peroxide or isopropyl alcohol and immediately shove that down their throat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get it in as much as possible. And is it supposed to create like a vomit effect?
Yep.
And then just hug everything back up? Yeah, really nice that I figured that out when we were already started on our hour and 10-minute drive to the animal clinic to try and get her taken care
we
of.
got there in under an hour 10.
Oh, yeah. Well, we were driving the speed limit the whole time.
What'd she get into?
No idea. Rat poison, maybe? Thought maybe antifreeze, just hooked a bunch of that up, but antifreeze should have taken more time to get into. It had to have been just like hooks of rat poison.
Yeah, like it was neurological. Like it wasn't good.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad. But,
I'll be honest, I never want to be in that room again in my life.
no.
That was terrible.
That would be super awesome to never have to go through that again.
Yeah, I agree.
But shout out Lily. I love you. Daddy loves you. Man, if I die and get to go to heaven, like, really fucking hope you're there. All dogs are great, but that dog, like, she loved something special.
We're going to miss you, Heroin.
Yeah.
She's a good dog.
That was her nickname, Alan.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. I was like, oof.
She'd jump up on you and, like, bury her head into you, and if you tried to push her down, she'd stop for a second, and then just, like, slyly kind of, like, shimmy her way back up again.
So
and
I'd
just,
start
like,
doing a voiceover while she was doing it to him, like, you want a little heroin right now? No, not right now? Okay. Well, how about right now?
That's...
Nah, she was probably one of the sweetest dogs.
Definitely not the smartest.
Oh, God, no.
Oh my God! One day I took her out to Sutton Bay and was driving her around out at the golf course, and she was in Swampy's. I was working on some stuff, and a member was in there, wanted to meet her, so brought her in. That's the only reason she was inside. And then goes up and I open the door for her, and it's a glass door, and she goes fucking head first straight into the one that was not open. Just turns around, and he's just like, yeah, maybe not the brightest. And I'm like, yeah, she's really sweet though. Just right off.
She's working on it, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
the best dog I ever had in my life, my kids killed it.
Jesus.
I don't know if they killed it. I blame it on them.
Okay.
You know?
Holy shit.
They fed it full of raisins. I mean, they gave this dog has ate chocolate, and not like our chocolate don't do anything to dogs because there's not enough of
It's
the.
dark chocolate that gets on.
And we bought some chocolate from overseas, and the kids gave it to him. Like you said, this is the first time, and do the hydrogen peroxide thing, make it throw up. God damn that dog! I gave it 2 bottles. I was like, well, fine, if you want to die, not throw up, I'm fine with it. Let him back in the house, figured to let him get comfortable. I just puked all over the house.
Just right on top of
Yep, just waited till we got back in the house. Must have been comfortable. Just let it go. It's like, God damn it. Yeah, and then the kids end up feeding him full of raisins. I think they were, probably 7, 5, and 2. So whenever they piss me off, I always remind them. Like,
You killed my dog.
remember when you killed my dog?
Jesus.
Well, you got to tell your beagle story though. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, that it saved the kids?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we had this 13-inch beagle. God, she was miserable. She was. I mean, she was like, she was a super cool dog. We first got her, and we brought her home. Well, we moved back out to the ranch, and she had a little bit of weight complex. She's pretty chubby,
Yeah.
and I mean, she was getting up there. And every morning you'd wake up, you'd kick her, and she'd move, and you're like, damn it, like just go to sleep. This is 13 years too long with you. And we let her outside one day, and she takes off running. Didn't see her run. She hadn't run like this for 8 years. Fell down, did whatever. We threw her in the house. Oh, she took a rattlesnake bite for the kids.
No shit.
Yeah, that's what I was getting after.
Yeah, she took the rattlesnake bite for the kids. And we didn't see the rattlesnake. But I knew we didn't even know because we were like, oh, you fat dumb dog. Like, you run one time in your life and you fell down. Like, congratulations. So then, we throw her in the mudroom and we leave. Like, we're gone. The sister-in-law, I think it was sister-in-law, was going to let her out. And she called us and she's like, oh, there's something wrong with your dog. We're like, oh, shit. And by the time we got home, like, I mean, the vet said we were screwed or whatever. It was too late. But,
at that point.
yeah, you could see the 2 fang marks hit her right in the head. And she swelled up, and I cut them, bled them out, and got all the pus out of them. But she finally died. And that was... I don't know if I'd thank her for saving the kids or thank the snake for hitting her so she did die.
Jesus Christ, Alan. This is a fucking kid show.
In that dog's moment there, it took off running.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck's this dumb dog doing? And in its head, it was like, there goes my hero.
Oh, yeah. No.
Watch him as he goes.
I mean, that's...
You fucking idiot.
No, we didn't, like, I mean, that's kind of exactly how it went because...
fuck.
You move one time in your life and you fall down. Like, congratulations.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she was the epitome of, like, the worst dog in the world. She hated being touched. She hated being looked at. You couldn't pick her up. Like, she was just...
Existence is pain.
Oh.
She was a cat in a dog's body is what she was.
She was miserable. I think people made fun of her weight, and then she got self-conscious, and I have no idea.
She's like one of those big, fat, sassy bitches that drives a Subaru.
Oh, boy. She'd have drove 2 Subarus.
She would have had a sleeve of tattoos, too.
She was so... It was a miniature 13-inch beagle, and she was so fat. She was so fat.
Jordan's a miniature.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's a full-size beagle look like?
Pretty big.
Pretty big.
Really?
Not like huge, but bigger than where they're at.
So was like Shiloh, was that a miniature beagle?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I just thought it was a fucking beagle this whole time.
I don't know,
Yeah,
you gotta get...
most of the time.
There's different sizes, you know?
Never looked into the beagle market.
Oh, don't. They're a pain in the ass.
Dude, I swear to God, like, I love my beagles so much, but I will never get another beagle in my entire life.
No.
Dude.
We'd kick her out in the pasture, and they're so smart. And they'd hunt, and then they lose. They can't figure out where they're
Don't
at.
know where they went.
I have
Because
no
they'll
idea
go
where
like
they're
a
at.
couple miles down the line.
And that's why they said, like, instinctually they were bred with the little white tip on their tail, and it's always
so you
up.
can find them.
So you can,
So you can find them.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Fun facts.
Fun little fact today.
Facts.
Yeah, I was a big beagle fan, but I'll never have another one.
Yeah.
Because
Big time, too.
they don't listen.
Jordan was my first one. My second one, my grandma actually stole him from me, which is okay. His name's Willie, but they just got along perfect. And let's just say, he was a little fucking stupid.
Well?
He was, I'm definitely gonna say, like, the family that was selling them, they had these puppies in the Walmart parking lot.
You always get a good dog at the Walmart parking lot.
Dude,
what's
this
funny
was
is my
the
sister sold dogs at a
jankiest
Walmart
little,
parking
just
lot.
like...
Just straight papered.
You guys ready for how ridiculous this dog would be? I would pet him, like scratch his ears, and he'd just like hang out and nuzzle in. And eventually, like when he turned about 1.5 years, if I scratched his ears, he would fucking come.
Super sensitive.
Wow.
Yeah. He was laying on my bed, I'm fucking rubbing his ears, and then all of a sudden I'm like, what the fuck is on my body? I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
I'm gonna rub my wife's ear tonight. Think so.
Dude.
You always gotta get them started with the finger. Oh shoot! I mean that's good. That's good.
Yeah, fun fact story. Sorry about all
Yes.
the depressing dog shit there for a little bit. But to cap it off,
started off with
Just stop it off. Like, I wasn't depressed that the beagle died. Like,
Jesus, you don't have to reinforce your own shitty opinion. It's okay.
it was also the wife's opinion and the
Jesus
3
Christ.
kids' opinion. Okay? So we had
I want to be clear. The dog died. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your most recent endeavor with old Murphy.
The endeavor.
Well, I guess not recent, but you went through some pretty big trauma.
Oh, with Murph and his deal. Yeah, it was Labor Day weekend. What was that, like 3-4 years ago now? And taking him out to the sitters, or the boarding spot where I take him, and was in the back of the pickup going about 65, saw a pheasant, and that dog jumped with the most confidence I've ever seen in that dog. And he didn't touch grass, man. He stayed on gravel the whole time.
Oof.
And broke his pelvis, and yeah, it's all about road rash too. But yeah, it was a long 6 weeks after that. Any movement was just yelping, and yeah, same vet down there that we took Leah down to. So they do a good job. They're Wahoo.
Shout out to Wahoo Veterinary Clinic.
Do a very good job down there.
I was a huge fan of what they do, and they're not a vet who goes around and overcharges. They're very straightforward.
Yep.
Very upfront with it. Try and go through all of your options and what you can do, and it's
Yep. No, very good business there. Very
Yeah.
good vet. Very good people.
Yeah, just great human beings.
Yep.
I mean, especially shout out Dr. Brock. I mean, what he did just taking care of Leah, but then also just like the bedside manner and just interacting with me. That's something that I'm super grateful for, because it's obviously not something that's easy.
Exactly.
And
it's a shitty situation nobody wants to be in. And yeah, they made it better than what it could have been. So that's for damn sure. They did a damn good job.
Big time. Yeah, that was great. Final Four talk.
Yeah, no shit.
boy, that really got off topic there quick.
Yeah,
God,
it did.
we
Escalated pretty fast.
Yeah, Florida and Auburn. Florida pulled it out.
Yeah. I mean, Florida's your
pulled
national.
it out,
I
set it
said
on
it
her
already.
forehead.
You did.
Crown Florida.
I'm hoping for a good game. That's all I want to see. I don't want to see a championship where they're 2 number ones and it's just dog shit. I want to see it be a good contested game
No, I'm totally cool with a one-sided dog shit game.
until it's your team.
Tell it's Houston
Yeah, I was one
holding the
particular-
ladder so Florida can cut the nets down.
Where the fuck did you go to college?
Bismarck State Junior College.
Ooh.
And then
Right.
Western Dakota, where it all begins.
Nice.
Shout out University of Houston. Thank you for
And
letting
Black
me
Hills
drop
State
out
University.
of you.
Nice.
I did the circuit, you know.
Mine was Lake Area Technical Institute.
Nice.
Now it is Lake Area Technical College now.
Yes.
Top 3 University of Houston dropouts would be Lil Wayne,
Mhm.
James Franco,
Took
and
Franco I'm cool with, but Lil Wayne, I can't imagine him going to college.
yeah, he's taking some classes there. You know. He's in H-Town, bro. Learning about like music production and actually
I
like
suppose,
learning
yeah.
the software and recording
and then
shit.
once he learned it, he must have been like, got it.
Excuse me, mama. But and then the third on the list, this illustrious list, would of course be myself. I mean, I feel like with where we're at right now, with our 14,000 total views on
Oh, yeah, we're
Fundayz
right
Sports, dude.
Our international.
Our international's where we're at.
International. Ooh, let's segue into that. I would love to go over some of that shit right now. I'm trying to adjust that without fucking it up. What we got? What we got? What we
Probably.
got? Oh,
Look, we're looking. It's not connected.
Woof wish.
time blue. Technical difficulties. Dude, there was nothing on here. Now there's like 87.
What the fuck?
Are we paused right now?
No.
No, we're still
Fucking
on.
live as fuck.
We're just.
I don't know if you guys had any interesting
No, I was just.
stories.
I thought you said time out. It's kind of like this
Time
whole.
blue.
Okay.
Kinda-
Mine.
Kind of like this whole. We go golfing. No practice swings. No.
Yeah.
He goes.
Everybody knows the rules.
No
warm-up.
practice swings. Everybody knows the rules.
Everybody
You've
knows the
never heard-
rules.
Never
Nope.
heard one bite.
No warm ups.
I've heard of one bite.
Well, no warm up. Like there was no range time. We never go to the range.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily see that Gettysburg's range was available that day.
No, it wasn't.
I think you can always get a token at some point.
No, during the off season they haven't boarded up.
Oh, that's good.
Actually.
That's good. So you see where I can get confused because
Yeah.
we've already been confused.
He's pretty confusing. Yeah, it looks like internet's down, so we're just gonna have to raw dog it, boys.
Okay, so I do remember seeing on there, was it New Zealand?
Yep.
There's a couple spots there. South Korea.
That's
Big
big
time
one.
South Korea. Great golf in South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And New Zealand. Cape Kidnappers.
Oh, yeah.
Little Tom Doak design.
Australia was also on the list.
Australia was on the list. Switzerland,
Indonesia.
thanks for nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Switzerland. I don't know why they were even on the list. It said 0.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Zero
Like they just
views.
somehow made them so.
The only thing Switzerland has going for them is a hot ass curling team they always put together for their women's side.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, never heard of a hot Swiss woman.
Oof.
Hot Swiss blonde.
Oof.
I like their chocolate. Swiss chocolate.
hmm
Yeah.
Very nice.
And their Alps. Never
I'm
been.
a
Never
pretty
been.
big
Never
fan
been
of their
there, but I've
army
heard.
knives.
I've heard good things.
Heard real good things about your
Can
country.
you imagine some fucking middle-aged dude showed up to say, I've heard good things about these Alps.
Oh, like you guys think that's funny, but there's actually people who like travel over to Switzerland and like somebody shows up and be like, I've heard great things about the Alps and I'm here.
I've
I just
heard
had to come
legends
see
of
it."
these Alps.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Fuck.
Oh man, we just had a complete
That couldn't have gone anywhere.
a bush kitty just hit the floor.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Mike.
right there.
Fucking wetter than a 15-year-old at a Justin Bieber concert.
It's
I got-
fucking wet, dude.
That got heavy.
Alright, well,
And that 15-year-old's Justin Bieber.
you guys keep this going.
Oh, Frosty, we got plenty of things to talk about.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, jeez. This is.
Jesus.
Jesus, I remember
No
my.
wonder why he was starting to move so fucking weird.
I remember my first
I
beer.
thought it was like,
doing some things that I didn't.
Oh
turns
man.
out his balls were swimming to bush light. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'd be moving a little fucking weird too if
Yeah.
I had fizzy shit on my balls.
Start talking about Bieber being wet and he couldn't control himself. Oh.
So have you watched any of the TGL, the golf league?
I did.
You did?
Yes.
What did you think of the championship?
I just like the whole setup.
The format that they did, where it was going to be a 2-night event,
Yep.
I do like that. And I was really pulling for New York to come back and actually force the third game just to make it, because they were playing great golf back and forth.
This is the story of my life. This sweatshirt is totally trashed, and it still has the tag on it.
Maybe you can take it back.
No, I definitely can't
Go
take it back.
return that.
I'd return that. You got good money out of it.
Yeah, definitely got a great return.
Really absorbent.
I mean, the whole TJL deal, just like we said before, though,
Oh, it's sweet.
I just like the setup where them guys can just be golfers.
Yeah, be them, you know.
You know, like,
And talk.
And, you know, like,
not robots.
And I didn't mind, honestly.
yeah,
I didn't mind
not robots
Cam
is the
Young.
big thing.
Yes.
You're actually seeing them as a person, not just a great golfer that nobody can.
Yeah, reading their book, figuring out what club they're going to use.
Yeah.
Like, they were just,
Like, no, they say fuck, shit, piss, just like the rest of us, you know.
Yeah. maybe
They
But
hit
they're
a lot
like
better shots usually.
I was gonna say they're like fuck shit piss shots. They're like, man, I wish I could hit that.
I have a tap-in birdie when I had an eagle.
Well, like, sometimes, a lot of the time, they do have, like, those really, really awful shots, but the difference is, like, if they block one or hook one, like, 40 yards left or right at the green, it's just the wedge control and the ability of proximity to the hole.
Yeah.
And then being able to make putts on the backside of it.
And it does help when they're just on TV. You know, things can get cut over to another golfer real fast.
Oh, yeah. They don't show every...
No.
Dude,
No.
Because they didn't even show me and Frosty last year at all on the tour.
Exactly. I mean...
And we were there.
The whole time.
I was there. Definitely in spirit.
I can't believe that you guys played in the Creator Classic and you didn't make a single fucking video.
Dude,
Yeah.
that would be a fucking dream right
Oh,
there
boy.
if we actually got
Oh, man.
onto that. That would be fucking awesome.
I'm going to make Frosty caddy for me.
Probably just
I would caddy. If you got on
Oh.
that, I would caddy for you.
look straight. I'd get
Dreams, goals.
just get do it.
Yeah.
But we got to get a bag like Happy Gilmore that's from like the 40s.
Oh, we can definitely make that happen. I
Yeah, we
can
can
dial
find
some.
You know, some old just dish towel. Like, nothing nice.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
Persimmon woods.
Oh, yeah.
Persimmon. Do you know, Alan, you're the oldest. You know it.
Yeah.
The word persimmon. Persimmon.
Persimmon.
No. I went to a little school. Like, we didn't have...
Persimmon.
We called them woods.
Mm-hmm.
The persimmon woods. That's what I'm going with.
Persimmon.
Persimmon.
That sounds-
Persimmon Woods. I'm just assuming that's just the... Is that the whole shaft that's wood?
No,
No,
it's
it's
just
just
the
the head.
wooded head ones. They
Oh,
were
I
doing
got a bunch of
steel
those
shafts,
back
too.
home. You can actually stroke it. Like,
Yeah, if you hit it off the center.
Yeah. And that's where you
only
that's where you hit all the time
differentiation is-
anyway.
Yeah,
And there wasn't as much understanding now with more modern equipment than moving to a 460cc head. But they didn't understand spin rates until really like the early 90s. Like you would hit more spin on the shot, but as far as actually manufacturing a club and a golf ball to differentiate those
Yeah.
things, that was what's huge. Like,
Well, yeah, just the technology of the golf ball in general over the last 30 years
big time.
has changed.
Yeah, and I mean now it's changed even more, and guys on tour aren't like you go and buy a box of Pro V1s and you pay $55 now. Like you're not playing the same golf ball as the guy on tour
No.
either.
No,
And you buy the equipment off the shelf. You're not playing the same equipment. It's the same model, the style, configuration, but the umpteenths of degrees and then the level that they test the actual equipment for tour players or higher level players in some of these places that do custom fittings, when they individually order heads by grammage, that's when they can dictate swing weight. They can create like a face that's a little different, a little more heel biased,
Yeah.
a little more toe biased, just depending on their particular miss. So I mean, it's cool and it's really in depth. But the great thing about it is, it can get as complicated as possible. But if you don't put a good golf swing on it, it's not gonna work.
Exactly. As Linkin Park said, it starts with one.
One thing.
I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
but and then when you talk about the golf balls, how many people are playing Pro V1s that can't play Pro V1s?
I play
Too
Pro
many.
V1s because I find Pro V1s.
Yes.
I don't buy Pro V1s.
Dude, there's
I
nothing
like
better
Vice though. Vice, I love you.
there's nothing better than
Yeah,
shanking
big shout out to Vice Golf.
nothing better than shanking a ball out into the rough and you're looking for your pinnacle and you
And
come
you
back
find
with
a Pro
6
V1.
Titleists.
Oh yeah.
That's a big day. That's a big day on the golf course.
Yeah, it's a good day.
It's great day.
Very good.
Oh man, that was the best part when I would be caddying out at Sutton Bay, and guys are just spraying it into the shed all day long. If I would sit there and pick up golf balls, I'd literally come out and like at least have 2 sleeves of once hit Pro V1s that guys just couldn't find over in the long grass, and then like TP5Xs and tricks on Z Stars and just all of this different really high level golf balls. And it's like, yeah, I'll teeter with it.
Yeah, that's how I got a Jersey Jerry ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Jersey Jerry.
What's up, buddy?
Fuck the Steelers, bitch.
Quarterbackless piece of shit.
Yeah, fucking Franco
they
Harris
don't even
wasn't
got a
shit.
quarterback
He's
right
lucky
now,
he
do
caught
they?
the fucking ball off the goddamn near.
No.
What?
Aaron Rodgers smoked up right now. He can't figure out left or right.
I don't know what he's going to do.
He's got to retire.
I'm not gonna knock anybody for smoking up.
No, I'm not, but
I don't think a retirement is a bad idea.
Yeah.
no. Don't ruin your legacy any more than you just did.
Well, if he wants to play, I mean, a lot of people said that about Favre when he was going back and forth.
Yeah.
The thing that I at least appreciate that Aaron's doing now is he's not saying he's retired. At least he's kind of sitting on the decision.
Not just not jumping feet first into it.
Yeah.
Yep. Saying you're retired, then a year later, oh, guess what? I'm unretired now.
And he's
even a year
a
later.
self-aware and self-conscious person, so I think he was really able to learn about how that affected Brett Favre and how that affected different organizations. So
But let's just give a shout out to his appreciation of not giving a single fuck.
Yeah.
Big time.
And will tell you what he feels.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. He will tell you.
That man ripped my Cowboys' heart out so many damn times.
He ripped my heart out this year.
My Dallas Cowboys' heart. How?
Made the Dolphins lose the last game of the season, so it was officially over.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. We still would not have got that playoff win. Hey, last time playoff win happened for the Dolphins was December 30th of 2000. Was the last playoff win.
2000, just straight 2000.
Yep.
Need one, Big A?
No, I'm good. That's impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much why, like, the Florida area, that's why, like, they're just Buccaneer fans.
I think so.
What, because of Brady?
They ain't Jacksonville fans, I know that much.
God, Jacksonville's... No.
Duval. What, you guys don't want to get behind Liam Cohen? Duval.
No.
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 Yeah, not a big fan at all.
No.
Left
No.
Buccaneers, ghosted the Buccaneers.
Ghosted the Buccaneers.
I don't know. It's right on line with it. I mean, look, if Doug Peterson couldn't make it work, I don't know what they think is going to happen well with that franchise.
Yeah.
Stop spending money on, like, I mean, I get you need a good quarterbacks, but, like, you watch Brady's dynasties, and he always was pushing for the big boys up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did team-friendly contracts, so he
Well,
can
yeah,
get
it
the
also
talent.
helps when you have Giselle's money from your spouse.
And a few endorsement deals, I imagine. Didn't help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quite a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few. But it's I really do think that's why in the, like, kind of latter 2000 to, like, 2010, 2014, I think that's why the Cowboys couldn't win. Is because Romo was taking up so much of the contract, and then, like, the defense would just get overhauled year after year after year. And that's when they were on the brink of it, and they were kind of having seasons where it got to the precipice. But coaching and lack of talent at depth positions in key essential situations.
Yep.
And they got rid of the White House from the 90s era.
Yeah. I'm surprised you even know about the White House, honestly, down in Valley Ranch.
Yeah.
Shout out Irving, Texas.
Yeah. Half the 96 championship football team didn't remember playing a game, I bet you.
Really?
I wouldn't say that much.
Well, I wouldn't say that
so
much, but
Jerry bought a house, and that's where the Cowboys were allowed to party.
Oh, really?
Well, it was also before cell phones and, like, everybody having a camera and, like,
yeah, now that would never find
I imagine they just got a couple bags of ditchweed and...
You think they got it from the ditch?
It wasn't ditchweed, man. It was good primo weed is what they
Yeah.
I've smoked better in Dallas.
Well, that's what that one guy said, like,
They're Cowboys.
his favorite weed to smoke is cocaine.
That's a good one.
Oh, my God.
That's a good one.
That is not my favorite.
I'm just...
Shout out, Mom. I love you. Thanks for texting.
I don't know. So what do you think about who's going to win the... Like, let's go back real quick.
To the Final Four.
To the Final Four.
Houston. Duh. Best defense in the nation. Matt Uzan cannot have a worse game than he just had.
Man, Florida just scraps. They don't go away.
That's fair. I can't say... I know Florida got hot at the end of the year. I can't say I just watched a ton of Florida basketball this season.
Well, and if you're from South Dakota, you're kind of a Florida fan because Mike Miller from South Dakota put him on the map.
Joakim Noah.
He was before Joakim Noah.
Can't say he put him on the map. What, that's like saying TJ Ford, PJ Tucker. Shout out Texas Longhorns Final Four teams.
Dave,
but
man, he went to a school that...
I didn't even know who the fuck Chad Greenway was until I moved
Not
here.
Chad Greenway, Mike Miller.
Yeah, same shit.
Sixth man of the year, rookie of the year, in the NBA. Took the Florida.
Was he really the rookie of the year?
I think he was.
I don't know.
We might need to fact check that
I'm
one.
going to fact check this one real quick.
Hold on.
I know he was the sixth man.
You keep going on.
I know
Mike
he was
Miller,
the
I'll
sixth
check
man.
it.
Maybe he wasn't the rookie of the year. But
Duke can hoop. I'm never going to take away from a guy who can
but
play
he went
and
there,
start at time.
little skinny Miller, and took them, was it to the championship that first year? Or the Final Four? I can't remember. We got to look some facts up. I just got to start spitting some things out.
Two-time NBA champion.
Well, he's a legend.
Well, he was an NBA champion because of Braun, Wade, and Bosch. So,
No.
depending on how you feel
Leave
about
LeBron out of that. LeBron had
That's
to come
what-
to the Heat
What are you talking about?
to use D. Wade to get a championship.
No, he used Pat Riley, who could actually build a team around him.
But D. Wade was already the best basketball player in the world at that point.
Yeah, he and Shaq got a bullshit championship in 06. You want to go back to that
I feel
one?
like there was some anger behind that one or something.
Big time. But that's where, if I turn around and also shout out Dirk Nowitzki and Tyson Chandler and who else? J Kidd. J Kidd was there.
Come on, you're missing the
Peja
best one.
Stojakovic, who downed LeBron and Mike Miller and D Wade and Chris Bosh the first year that they were all together.
I just think it would have been a bit different deal if LeBron and them guys wouldn't have came out and did that whole press conference about taking my talents to South Beach. And then
Yeah,
they come out,
on
we're not
ESPN.
going to win 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like,
Young, happy, excited, ready to get the fuck out of Cleveland. You seen the Miami women? They're a little nicer than Cleveland.
yeah, but you don't got to worry about that.
Really good
'cause
steamers.
I just,
Cleveland steamer.
Yeah,
Cleveland
they got
steamers.
really good steamers over there. Dry cleaners, pressing shirts.
Gotta take care of all those brown skid stains.
I just
Sorry, back to Mike Miller.
Mike
going,
Miller,
brother.
look it up. I don't know if he was the rookie.
Yeah,
of the
played
year.
at Florida, first round draft pick, 5th overall.
He was so good.
Two-time NBA champion, NBA. Yep, you're right. 2001 NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA
Boom!
All Rookie First Team in 2001. Okay, let's also see who else was.
Mike Miller, let it fly. I can't remember. Was Haslam on that team? I can't remember.
Haslam, yeah, he would have been on that
Yeah,
team.
he
He
was
was
on that team.
Yeah,
Back
And that's
Alonzo
when,
Mourning.
that's when Billy Donovan just went to, he was new to Florida, and Billy the Kid put a team together. Then they started rolling after, Mike Miller put him on the map. You know?
Put
South
him on the
Dakota
map,
boy.
Get that a little exposure and engagement.
Boom! But
Can't
if
sleep
Mike
on
Miller's
Joakim.
brother Ryan would have been 6'7", he would have been in the NBA, because Ryan was a ridiculous basketball player, but that's besides the point. So I throw that out there.
Got to do a shout out.
Oh, shout out to Ryan Miller, because he was I mean, he's probably what made Skinny Miller the player he was. But that whole Miller family, there's a long legacy of basketball in South Dakota.
Sure, and that's a testament. I mean, if you play the game right, then you can have the opportunity to do it. But that doesn't mean if your fundamentals are awful and you're playing well.
Fundamentals, you ain't getting shit done.
Fair.
Fair.
That's how it keeps getting better at the next level.
Yep.
But that's
Grind
why,
it down.
and I think that's why the fundamentals are going away. Like I said before, this bullshit traveling
TikTok.
basketball. Kids are just not getting in the gym and getting bigger, stronger, faster, and better.
They want the highlight. They want the crossover, the step back three.
Yeah.
Like, if you want that stuff, you can have that stuff. You have to build up the fundamentals to get to that point, though, to have the building blocks to do that and have confidence behind that shot.
And I still just think it starts in the weight room. You know, these kids got to start in the weight room and get bigger. And they don't have to get huge, but they got to get athletically strong. And
right. For the particular sport and like those body movements and muscles.
I mean, I'll shout out to those Bennett County girls. Those kids are in the gym lifting all the time. You know, the 8th grader, I just watched her rep out 145 10 times like it was nothing.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it was same thing for golf when Tiger turned around and started working out and started lifting and was going and training with Navy SEALs. Golfers started turning into athletes.
Shout out John Daly.
I was just going to say,
shout out John Daly. You can't pull a muscle if you don't have it. Can't pull fat.
No, he's still putting in the practice, trust me.
Definitely. I mean, you see what that guy can do with a wedge with one hand.
Yeah.
If you just watch
and at the
his
same time,
swing,
Long John, now, in comparison, swing speed, dude could get back and rear at it. He would have been great with these modern club heads in his prime.
when you could see the club head down here, like on his backswing, like when he brings that fucker through, like you could see it down. He could literally look over and see his club head if he wanted to.
That's how you miss the ball.
Dude, he's just got such a freaking range of motion to it. It's crazy.
It is pretty damn cool.
It is.
Especially for a big dude, how far back he reaches on that.
It's not having a big chest.
Yeah. So with the chest.
No, you want to look at guys who aren't great players. It's like big pecs muscles. Big pecs are the antithesis to a really, really just the physics behind it. It's really
to get yourself turned.
Degrading. Yeah, because you can't get the turn with getting your left arm across your body.
Right here.
Triceps, forearms.
Well,
core,
I'm gonna stop going to the gym.
Ass. Don't do that.
I want to be a better golfer.
All right, that's fair enough.
Maybe next time we can take practice
exercise.
swings.
And talking about like training yourself for the athletics portion of it, because I'll see people who are in great shape, and then you don't use those golf muscles, and then all of a sudden when I was watching people that I was fitting get to like 50, 100 swings and they're just gassed.
Yeah.
It's just different muscles.
I never have to
Basketball.
hit 50 shots on the golf course, so that's why I'm only trained at 50.
Such a fucking liar, dude.
Oh man. TGL playoffs and recap. It was good. I really liked Inside. You guys touched on that earlier while I was wetting my pants, right?
Yep. Really good. We were talking that we liked the potential 3-match lineup over 2 nights.
Yeah.
And we were wanting it obviously to go to a third because it was good golf that they were playing. It was fun to watch.
Hell yeah.
And Billy Horschel pulling off the putt of the fucking season to close that thing out, dude. That was awesome. That was an iconic moment for TGL right there.
Oh yeah. And on that stage, it was huge. And that's not shit you can make up.
No.
Putt for dough.
Exactly.
Drive for show.
Exactly. I'm curious to see if they get more teams involved and how that format would work, and like if they keep the same teams, or if they're gonna switch it up for the rosters or what. I don't know how that works.
I'd like to see changes, and I'd like to see it eventually get to a point where there's not just the SoFi Center
There's more than one
in
throughout the
Florida.
country.
Yeah, and then you have the Bay, and they have their hometown golf.
So yeah, you could have home field advantage type deal.
I just don't know how that would work with a modern PGA Tour schedule.
Yeah,
Because these guys are traveling so much.
Yeah, and the cost effectiveness. I mean, I get these guys don't really care about money, but like that whole setup.
Dude, that's a shitload of. I can't even imagine.
It's a big deal, but there's no reason like with the NFL stadiums that we have like realistically compared to like a new hockey or basketball arena that is split or a new NFL stadium like for golf I'd assume it's damn near the same to build the TGL setup in the SoFi Center as it is to build a new golf course. And then your need to actually take care of it and the amount of like land that it actually requires and then purchasing that type of property and acreage
it would be neat to golf in it.
That would be fucking phenomenal.
It'd be really cool. And I'd love to see him do a collegiate tournament. I talked about that before.
Yeah.
Even like high school shit. Just because that's already team golf in that sense, and that's what they're bringing back to the PGA Tour and the TGL is having that team effect. Shout out Live Golf.
I was going to say Live Golf. They've been doing it now. And it makes it fun to watch it when you're actually rooting for a whole team now.
Yeah, like you're cheering for every guy where like you see 3 or 4 or like you have a team rivalry of somebody like that you don't really like and it's like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yep.
I think they screwed up when they went to their CW contract.
CW?
Like exactly.
Like the cable company CW?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you can watch it on the CW.
Alright.
It was a terrible idea. Before it was on YouTube and anybody could watch it, and now it's just like strictly on CW 33. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think of the CW. I think of that little cartoon frog. Had the hat. And he's like, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl."
Maybe that's what Saudi Arabia was thinking when they signed that contract.
Maybe.
I think they just said, "There's money. Okay."
Yeah, probably. That's probably what they said.
The Prince's Trust Fund.
Yeah.
Jesus. Let's go to fuck.
Out of the awkward silence.
Yeah.
I don't know anything if you guys would want to turn down for what. I'm just so fucking afraid to move with this microphone.
Oh boy, she's touchy.
She's very touchy. Very, very touchy. Frosty. Now I know what we were going for.
Oh, the audiobook stuff?
Yeah, what book are you on?
Right now, I am about 6 hours left in the audiobook Mutiny on the Bounty. And that is quite the tale about the Bounty. It was a merchant ship from England. Or not a merchant ship, it was a naval ship. Naval ship from England. But they were essentially just going on a glorified, like, grocery run, is what they were doing. And they went to Tahiti to get breadfruit for the plantations in the Caribbean. So it's like cheap food, easy food. All you do is throw it in the fire, it bakes the actual fruit, and it's like a penny loaf, kind of. Okay, so the mutiny part happens when they get to Tahiti, and then they discover that the women love them, man. They love sailors. It's almost better than the San Francisco Bay back in the day, baby. Anyway, they end up falling in love with these women, all this stuff. Mutiny ends up happening because they're like, why the fuck do we want to go back while this guy's treating us like shit? The captain's just a complete dick. And,
what was his name?
Bly. Captain Bly.
I got a boat.
Do you?
Maybe we could go down there.
Yeah, I got a boat too. We could tie off and go down there.
Fuck, boys, I got a boat too.
Hey.
Let's fucking race.
Look at us fellas in our boats.
Oh, wow.
So much money is gross.
We've made it, boys.
I just hate. It's just filthy. Ugh.
I almost feel bad sometimes when I use $20 bills to wipe my ass
Yes.
at the end of the day.
Very,
Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough
very
texture.
disrespectful for that $100 bill that was in the wallet.
Yes,
You know, I mean,
But yes, in the book though they go to Tahiti, and I'll kind of cap it off there. But Tahiti,
We'll figure out your couch eventually.
the
Yeah.
couch will get figured out eventually.
it's not posturpedic, I can tell you that.
I'm lucky that I got this little crutch to lean back on.
Oh yeah, it's nice. I want to go to Tahiti eventually. It's expensive as shit to get there. Once you get there, it's not bad at all. Like an Airbnb, you can find one for $50 a night, and I don't know. It'd be kind of an experience. They got golf over there, a couple different courses you could play over in Tahiti. It's just like a 20-hour flight to get over there, though.
Not bad.
Shipsticks, if you can make it happen.
Yeah, Shipsticks. If you shipped to Tahiti, that would be phenomenal.
Do it.
Do it.
Just do it.
But yeah, Tahiti would be a big one. I would like to, I don't know, see some of the stuff from like the other audiobooks, like down on the southern tip of South America, like the Drake Passage. There was a big viral video of a cruise ship that was just going through there, and they were saying, oh, the people, they can't even stand on their feet, and they're spilling stuff all over the place. I'm like, it's the Drake fucking Passage. It's the world's worst passage.
Gonna get a little rough.
Whether the trees down in the Drake Passage, like if you're on land, the trees down there literally grow up and over. That's how bad the wind is. They grow sideways.
And coming from South Dakota,
Yeah. Dude.
that's wind.
That's some
shit
wind.
gets windy
Man.
here.
It's terrible windy.
Yeah.
Straight lines are no fucking joke.
But yeah, I would like to see it. Just to see it. I don't know if I'd want to spend too much time there, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Just hearing about these historical places in the books, and like there's like Pitcairn Island, which is down by Tahiti, which is named after a sailor. I can't remember. His name was Pitcairn. Can't remember what ship he was actually on, but he's the one that spotted the island. So they just name him after that type of stuff. And then, like, down in Antarctica, there's a couple different passes named after certain guys that died on those voyages. And it just makes it interesting, you know?
Sorry.
Nope, you're good. No. I don't know what I was going to say there.
We also want to do Nantucket, right?
Nantucket would be a good one with the old Essex.
Are you from Nantucket?
I am not.
Apparently nobody gives a shit about you in Nantucket unless you're from Nantucket.
Back then, that was true. I don't know if it holds true today, but
We'll test this theory.
We got 3 boats.
we'll get there.
We'll just tell people about our boats.
Yeah.
We'll just
yes, I have a boat.
we'll just pull up to Nantucket, all of us, and just be like,
This is fucking Nantucket.
Oh, this sucks.
my boat's so fucking wicked, bro.
Bro, I need a cup of water. I need some water.
Water.
I need some water.
Let's go to Fenway Park.
Hey, easy on Fenway Park, bro.
What about it?
They sell great wicked chowder.
Oh, man, that's an that's a religious experience.
I can believe that.
I
It's
heard
just
they have a
shitty that they
monster.
sell tickets that you can't actually see the field.
you should just be grateful that you got into Fenway Park.
You should feel excited that you have the privilege.
Yes.
To be at Fenway Park.
Yes. We looked at going this summer at the Green Monster seats. It's hard because you got to
I don't
plan
like heights.
You're fine.
Fucking
I don't give
out
a shit about your
on top of
heights.
the green monster. The
It's-
fuck?
You got to like this year's baseball tickets are pretty much gone.
Yeah.
For the Fenway because everybody loves Boston Red Sox.
Tick pick, StubHub, game time.
Because if I'm gonna go, I want to go sit on the Green Monster, and they're you can stand up there for I think $1,300.
Fuck, you should have gone
Jesus
last year.
Christ, $1,300.
Last year when they sucked, it would have been fine.
Even when the Red Sox suck, they're still better than the Yankees.
Yeah, very true.
Very true.
The
Shout out to
Yankees lost
04.
in the World Series last year, and the Red Sox barely won.
That don't matter. Don't matter. New York dropped the ball to
70
win the
games.
World Series, so it's a win for everybody.
It's alright, they got torpedo bats. Now it'll be okay.
they'll still blow it.
You know what seats are really cheap, though? Rockies seats.
Ooh.
Where
$5 rock pile?
I think they are getting to that point.
Yeah.
It's the only place in the United States of America we can fly to within an hour drive from our homes.
Oh, all you do is buy the $5.
Colorado.
Well, could go to Minnesota too.
Yeah.
Do
they fly to Minnesota still?
Yeah.
Really?
No, they cut it.
I think they just put it back in.
Reopen it again.
I mean, the good thing about the Rockies is you can pay $5 for a rock pile ticket and just stand down behind the home plate and watch a game.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
I miss the great days when the Rangers were playing at the ballpark in Arlington, and we could go out and let's say it's in August. It's 105 degrees. You got a 7:05 pitch time. Sun's not setting until 9 o'clock. It's still going to be like 98, 99. Those green seats just baking.
Ooh.
Baking in the sun the entire time.
Yes.
Yeah. Buying tickets. We'd go, a bunch of us in high school, and we just pile together and go for 50 cents a ticket. Just run down to the ballpark in 2011, 2012. And then just go have a heyday. Got to see them go to their first World Series ever.
Yeah.
Watch Neftali Feliz strike out A-Rod looking. That was one of the best moments of my entire life. I was there with my dad. There's a teacher behind me. She was throwing her beer up in the air and it got all over me, and then she grabbed me and kissed me on the cheek, and I'm just like, that's how you go to jail. But no, I was pretty stoked. It was a great night.
Don't lie, you got a boner.
Yeah.
Was she a hot teacher?
Yeah.
Was she a hot teacher?
If, like, looking back at now after living in South Dakota for 4 years, like, yeah, probably.
Easy.
What do you mean easy?
There's some dandies here.
They're out there. You just gotta look.
Yeah.
There's some. Great personalities.
Oh, personalities are the best.
Oh, great personality.
I love it.
They're all over the place.
There's some absolute dandies. I agree. It's just far and few in between.
Canada. That's the land of
Canada?
dandies. Yo, Canada?
Have you ever fucking been to Miami? Or Dallas? Dallas-Fort Worth? Let me take you to a TCU football game sometime.
I've been down to Texas.
Brother, let me take you to a TCU football game.
Just saying. Canada's
They're
a little
different.
They gave us Pam Anderson.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Carmen Electra.
The fuck?
Like, how much fucking work did they need to stay hot? Jesus Christ, we're talking about like raw, authentic, just like out of the womb, a fucking 10 out of 10 for their entire life, just like their mom.
Oh. They got Shania Twain.
Ooh.
Guys, warm weather states compared to cold weather states by far produce hotter human beings.
Yeah, they're probably bitches though.
Yeah.
And I bet you they can't.
Sometimes there's more people there, so then you go through it. You know what's really bad? The girls up here who are 6.
You know what's really bad? I bet them girls down there at 10 couldn't cook a mean casserole.
But they can.
I don't.
Because you're in the South, Alan.
I don't. I just think these girls are too. I think they're just too privileged now. Yeah.
Yeah, they got robots now.
Yep.
This sounds like a lot of ignorant talk. That's ignorant.
Get back.
Y'all being ignorant.
No, I'm just saying. Them North girls, they'll take care of you.
Oh, yeah. They'll cook a fucking meat.
They'll fucking chew your ass, too.
Movies,
They'll talk
man.
about how you need to grab another fucking bag, take the bag of trash out to the fucking, whole fucking street. Make sure you fucking snowplow the goddamn driveway. I swear to God, I'm so tired of everything that you're doing. Go pick me up another cheeseburger and some cheese curds.
I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know.
You guys are so fucking gay.
I'm just telling you. You can have there could be a 10 and she can't cook. Fuck that. You ever trust a skinny cook before? I didn't think so.
I'll be honest with you. If there's any 10s out there, I will test this theory with you. Let's do it.
Jesus
Let's hang
Christ,
out.
boys.
Let's have a little sex, and then I'll decide if it's
10s.
worth it.
Goddamn 10s.
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 You guys have obviously never met any Latino women in your entire life. Like true, authentic Latina. You want to talk about a 10? who's gonna crazy love you the entire time and then cook everything under the sun and take care of their man.
Cut your dick off.
Dude, well, don't fucking fuck around on him.
Yeah.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Or if you do, just move to South Dakota.
Is David really your real name?
No.
No.
It's Davey.
I don't like the way you're talking to my boy over there.
Horatio.
I'll stab you with a soldering iron.
What are we talking about?
I'm gonna cut you so good, you wish I never cut you so good.
Alan, you are happily married. Frosty, I'm gonna introduce you to a wonderful Latina woman who will take care of you and treat you right.
Alright, cool.
Shout out anybody that was listening in Colombia, all 76 of you.
Shout out, I could have a house. I could use a nanny. I got kids that are fucking crazy as shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Is that what you think of Hispanic culture? It's just like, I'm gonna get a nanny
No, but you like
to take care of the home?
yeah, like you said, she could take care of the home, bro.
Yeah, but she's also like, I don't know, a fucking financial analyst or a doctor, or
Well, that's fine.
I don't need a doctor. They're too,
you need a paralegal. That's what you need.
yeah.
Three
nice
paychecks in a
Latina
household is
parent.
gonna be way better than one, two. I'm just saying. I'll have to ask my wife about that.
Alright, Alan, talk about your Rapid City golf courses.
Oh, I mean, which one do you want to talk about? The hills are
Whatever one you
littered.
want to talk about.
The
'cause I
hills
don't
are
know
littered
any
with
of them.
great golf courses. The Black Hills, like, I mean, you Hot Springs,
The
Rapid
African
City.
American Hills.
What?
The African American Hills.
Yeah, the Black Hills.
Or just the Black Hills.
I don't know. They got something for everybody's skill level. Elkhorn outside of
Elkhorn Ridge.
Elkhorn Ridge, beautiful course. And if you're from South Dakota, you can go in the rocks and get the balls because there's rattlesnakes everywhere. So if you grew up with rattlesnakes, you can get a lot of Pro V1s out of them rocks. But it's a tough course because a lot of blind shots. Lots of blind shots.
Yeah.
I mean, you're there. Spearfish has a nice course. One of the best ones to golf in the hills, and not a lot of people do for some odd reason, is the Old Lead Country Club.
Old Lead Country Club.
Old Lead Country. You tee off. You come out of the clubhouse, and you tee off the deck.
Really?
Right in front of everybody. Everybody's sitting on the deck drinking, and it's just
What
a
in the
long...
redneck fuck is going on right now?
It is a long, straight shot, straight down a big open valley.
Yep.
It is the best. Their greens are like Goofy Golf. It's a little 9-hole track. That's nice. You got Tomahawk up there, and
I've heard of Tomahawk.
Tomahawk's good. Red Rocks and Rapids, one of your better courses around. Challenging.
Yep.
A lot of blind shots.
Keyword.
A lot of $1 million homes around those fairways. They're not close, but I mean, you can still hit them.
I wonder what their insurance premiums are there.
Elks Golf Course in Rapid City. We bought a guy a window there one time. It was kind of his fault. Dog leg to the right, and he builds out on the corner of the dog leg with a picture window facing the tee box. Like, who is not going to try to cut that corner?
You know how many times he's had that window paid for?
Oh, God. And then we had a guy. Elks is the same one.
You're not financially liable for somebody who lives on the golf course. Their insurance company is supposed to cover that, just by the way. That's actual legal information as somebody who's really worked at golf courses with homes around them. It's not the fucking golfer's problem. It's nice to do it, but it's not their problem.
Yeah, so back on the Elks, there's a par 3 on the back. I can't remember if it's... I can't remember what hole it is, 13, maybe 15. I think it's 15. And it's a short little par 3, downhill, houses all the way around. We're on a bachelor party there, and I think all 8 of us hit this guy's house. Same house. And he peeks his head out, and he's like, holy shit, the bomb raid over? We're just clubbing the shit out of his house.
Yeah.
He comes out, and we're like, shit, we gotta talk to this guy.
Yeah.
He's like, well, who's shooting the Titleist? And then he starts getting us golf balls, because he said everybody's scared to come in this yard or whatever, and
Sure.
so we got a bunch of golf balls. Super nice guy, and I mean, so nice that one of my buddies is like, "Oh, I gotta take a mean shit." He's like, "Oh yeah, bathroom's right inside."
Oh,
no
no.
fucking way.
Yeah, dude. Like,
What the fuck?
just went in his house, took a shit.
You guys,
After you busted his window.
you guys live in an entirely different golf world than anything I've ever been a part of.
Dude,
As somebody who's been
I'm just
playing
saying.
since I was fucking 3 years old. And
He's
like
never
all
shit
over
in
the
somebody
country.
else's house on the course.
No, never shit on another person's
This guy
house
was
on the golf
super-
course.
You asked?
No, why the
I
fuck
mean-
would I ask?
I'm just saying,
What the fuck? Drive back to the clubhouse
If
or
you
go
gotta-
behind a tree and lose a sock.
you gotta take a
Like,
shit.
Jesus Christ.
Well, if you went behind
Fucking
it,
ask somebody who lives on a golf course, hey, can I shit in your house? Do you know how fucking fast the police would have been called in Dallas, San Diego, Scottsdale?
oh,
No. Like,
he's always talking about, ooh, Texas, all this and sports. Look, we just have more hospital people up here.
no, you
Kid need
don't.
to take a shit.
No, you really don't. You have 911,000 people, and I grew up in a city that has 1.2 million people. In a
And all-
metroplex that has 8 million people.
And Frosty,
There's not more
Frosty, hear me out here.
Yep.
per capita.
In
You
all
can
these
preface it.
900,000 people that include us,
Yep.
way nicer. Obviously.
Yeah.
Jesus
I mean, you said the guy wouldn't let him
Jesus
tax
Christ.
in Texas. You said you literally
Yeah, don't
couldn't-
shit in somebody else's house.
Yep.
It's pretty fucking simple. I think that's like a basic understanding of like, dude, if I'm hanging out at Frosty's house, I'm not gonna shit at his house. And he's my best fucking friend. If I'm at your house, I'm gonna try not to shit in your fucking house.
Try
If
not
I fucking have
I
to,
can't
just because
guarantee.
we're like way further away, no, I would fucking drive to a gas station to go fucking take a shit before I fucking massively blew up your home, let alone some random motherfucker
You
on a
just
golf
said
course
house.
that I'm playing in. Yeah, no, like I don't understand this concept. Like I don't think the guy is a dick because he was nice and let your friend shit in his house. I think your friend's a fucking dick for having to take a shit
Oh,
in
it
his
was
fucking
good.
house.
Hey,
No,
this guy
fuck that.
also gave us like 4 or 5 ice cream buckets full of balls while my buddy was taking a shit. So we gotta take in consideration if my buddy didn't take a shit, would we have had time to get all them free golf balls?
Never.
See?
Thank God your friend could
I
take
mean,
a
I would
shit
never
in
ask.
another man's
I-
home.
I mean,
and
I
he
would
could
never
give you
straight up
like
look at a guy
hundreds
and
of
be like,
dollars
I gotta
worth
take a
of
shit. Can I
golf
use
balls.
your bathroom? No, I would never do that.
No,
I
that's
would
not-
go
That
shit
was-
my pants
Like, and
on
we
the
think
course.
this is fucking casual, and it's like, how can the people in South Dakota be that much nicer if somebody would ask to take a shit in somebody's house on the golf course? I can't wrap my head around it.
I mean, I
You
think I
hear
would
Southern hospitality?
see some guy struggling out there. He's got to take a shit. You live on the golf course? Hell, why not?
He just opened the. Hey, come on in.
I mean,
Come on in.
you know
look
you got.
like you're
If you're living
waddling.
on a golf course, you know you have more than one
Tell you what,
bathroom. in your
Alan.
house.
Dude,
If I
yes.
ever buy a house on a golf course just for you, I'm gonna put a fucking outhouse
Oh,
right
I
on the
would-
back edge of my
Hey,
property.
I grew up on the construction sites, so I know me some mean outhouses.
Second
Oh, yeah.
question: why the fuck are you wearing a golf glove right now?
Yeah, I've been wondering that the entire
Never know
time.
when a golf game's gonna break out. We got a simulator right here.
That's fair enough.
You
That's
know?
fair enough. In the
And
new
I
home
found
of
it in my
Fundayz
pocket,
Sports.
and I didn't put it in my bag this morning. After I got done playing this morning,
in your bag.
in my bag.
Bag.
And if I don't do
In your
this,
damn bag.
if I put it in my pocket, the next time I go golfing, my wife ain't gonna do her job,
It's
and
gotta
clean
go
my-
through the washer.
and she'll wash the damn glove, and then it shrinks up, and you got to start over.
What's that deal where the guy would put his hand in a Vaseline glove?
Oh,
Mice
Mice
and
and Men, yeah.
Yeah.
Curly. Shout out Curly.
I contend to Wabbits, George.
Tell me about the Wabbits, George.
Call me George.
Oh, man. No, I think that's what it is. You hold hands with your wife with your left hand. So there's got to be Vaseline.
I don't
in
think
that.
we've held hands ever.
Really?
I don't
Do
think
you
so.
have intimacy issues, Alan?
I don't think I got any issues.
Yeah, but people in South Dakota are nice, and you've never held hands with your wife.
I don't know. Like,
Killing me, Smalls.
I'm thinking about this. I mean, maybe once or twice.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. Is that weird?
Yeah.
Starts
Honestly.
with holding hands, man.
how it started is I was drunk.
Ooh, that's how the best things start.
6 hours deep into a German tent.
German tent?
German tent. Drinking German beers.
Oktoberfest?
Oh, yeah.
Out at Central States Fair in Rapid in August. Oof.
Rapid City German, just for the record.
Rapid City Rushmore German Club. This place is a destination you got to go to.
Oh, it's kicking?
I take my vacations every year based around the German tent opening up.
Really?
Yes. And there's people in there from 21 to 100. And
what time do the Sig Heils start coming out?
oh, they don't. They're just accordions and polka music and
In their lederhosen.
and their Lederhosens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then see, you buy these big beer
I'm
steins.
sorry, I can't be nice about Germans.
We were on vacation from 1939 to 1945.
Fucking act like Mercedes and BMW are so great, and it's just like, how much does that shit cost to fucking work on? And they leak oil. Sorry, continue about the great South Dakota German Society.
Oh, yeah, the German tent. Rushmore German Club. You got it August, Central States Fair. It's a white and blue tent in the back. And it is such a good time. Because there's no dickheads in there. And that beer, woo, that beer
Some
hits you.
heavy shit.
Yeah,
Boy.
some extra.
And I was 6 hours deep into a shift. And I didn't even tell her who I was. It was till a couple weeks later I seen her, she ID'd me. Because it was nice. I had braces when I was like 23.
Oh, adult braces.
Yeah, adult
dude.
braces. Yeah, it was nice. It's big.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, it shout out. It was terrible because my buddies would punch me all the time in the face.
Oh, dick.
Oh,
Be like, oh, that hurt? Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Yeah,
punch
like
you
a lot.
person in
But
the
yeah,
face
so,
is gonna
I mean,
hurt.
it started in the German tent. She actually hated me. I knew that. And then, man, it was just turned the charm on. You know? Once she found out my real name, my birthday, then I moved in
Your
with her.
favorite color?
I didn't move in with her. We moved into the apartment above her. That's how it started.
Ooh.
And then she was like, do you guys ever do laundry? We're like, no, it's just easier by new. And so I started paying her $100 a month, I think. $100 a month to do my laundry. And she dried my t-shirts on hot the first go.
Shrunk them.
Oh boy. Like toddler size large maybe at that point.
Belly tees.
Yeah, oh yeah, she felt bad, but she made up for it because now we're going, I don't know, it's been a long time. Feels no less than 70 years I've been with her. She really makes time go slow.
How long did it take for you to know that she was, like, the person that you wanted to marry?
Oh, when she went leave. No, I don't know. I should say that. I don't know.
When you
Fish won't get out of here, dude.
Really, after it was probably, I mean, this is going to break into a different story, but we bought a new boat. And, man, my dad was
Another
pissed.
boat, you rich motherfucker.
Yeah, we bought a new boat. And my dad asked why we had to buy a new boat. And I said, well, it's because it's got bigger. I think it had a 454 in it. So it was a nice boat.
Ooh.
This is how I knew when she was the one, because all my buddies go to the lake, and we get, woof, and we got drunk. And I was sober. And I was like, man, this is bullshit. I bought the new boat, and we've had boats growing up our whole life. I bought the new boat, and I was like, man, I haven't got the wakeboard, haven't got the ski, haven't got the inner tube, nothing. This is when I should have just loaded the boat. That should have loaded it. Well, we had those tubes, and it was just like the little tube with the nylon covering around it. And we had bungee cords that we bought, hooked to the tubes, and it was fun until I ended up in surgery.
Oofda.
Oh,
And
God.
I blew this whole shoulder out.
Oh, good.
And
On the water, I assume?
yeah, we hit. Me and another kid hit, and I knew we were hauling ass because my eyes were watering, and I couldn't keep them open.
Oh, fuck.
And man, we realized at the last minute, like, oh, this is gonna fucking hurt, and ended up dislocating it. It knocked me out. He got my shoulder to go, and I was in the water, and they're like, Fish, get on the boat, get on the tube again. And I was like, oh man, I was like, something happened. And these guys are just laughing their asses off in the boat, and they're like, no, nothing happened, man. Nothing happened.
Yeah, you're good, dude.
No, you're good. And the tube comes back around, and I get a hold of it with my right hand. And I was like, yes. and I go to move my left arm.
Doesn't move.
She don't move.
Gonzo.
Like, gone. Well, these guys are still just dying in the boat. So I swim over to the boat, and they pick me up, put me in. And at this point, man, I'm starting to hurt. So I had like 5, 6 beers.
Yeah.
You know, just to kind of
try to dull the pain.
Dull the pain. It will start. You can kind of start using it at this point.
Don't fix what's broken.
Yeah, don't like. So then, and
solve all your problems with alcohol.
Oh yeah, 100%. At the bottom of the bottle, man, there's always an answer.
Every time.
Everyone.
It's not the answer you want, but.
So we had to load the boat, and of course, like I run up to the trailer, get in the pickup, backing it down, and I lost the trailer in the mirrors. So I put my left arm up on the steering wheel and cranked my head over to see if I could see the trailer.
Ooh.
I'll tell you what,
Pop back in.
Little bit of piss came out. It's a good thing I had my swim trunks on because I was still a little bit wet. No one noticed.
There you go.
And they finally came true. They finally were like, when I got down to the dock, they're like, dude, you got to go to the hospital. Like, you have to.
Yeah.
There's no fucking option at this
There's
point.
no option.
Okay, we were fucking with you before, but now, now you got to go.
Told you how you're fucked.
You should. So
when
I ended
you
up
were
with
underwater. That's fine.
I tore my rotator cuff off. I tore my labrum off. I tore all my bicep connectors off my shoulder.
Oh
Jesus.
I had.
You ever tried pitching left-handed after they did that?
I can't get because people make fun of me because
fucking rookie of the year.
Because I can't get my shoulder up all the way.
Still?
No, can't. Only got like 85% of the motion back, and it was terrible. And that's how I kind of knew she was the one, because when I'm talking about terrible, like when I went through surgery, I was completely immobilized for 3 months. I think it was. Couldn't use my shoulder for 3 months. So, like, I mean, she had to help me shower. I mean, if I took a shit, she would just put me in the shower. Because I couldn't I had to hold my arm. I couldn't let my shoulder move at all. With all the screws and everything that was implanted in my shoulder to put everything back together. It's a fun little deal. I missed, I can't remember what it was, but it was like,
sorry.
I think it was like 56 weeks of physical therapy.
Holy shit.
To get her back. And then I heard the therapist talking. They're like, hey, how far do we got to push him? That lady's like, well, is he a baseball player? He's like, no. She's like, oh, he's probably going to be fine. Like, what does that mean? Like, if I was a baseball player, they work on it harder?
They'd fucking make sure you get your...
Yeah, definitely, because you're going to put it through a shit ton more.
And therapy was terrible, right? It was bad. They'd lay on this table, and they would show you where your motion was. And, well, my wife, we set her... She was my girlfriend at the time. Set her appointments up, so when she'd leave for work, she'd get me in the pickup, and when she would make a right, I'd make a right, and then I'd make a right, and then another right, and go back to the house and not go to therapy. I did this for I missed a week. It was only a week. And I got back into therapy the next Monday, and he's like, get on that table. I jumped up there, and I lifted my hand up, and I lost 30 degrees of motion in my shoulder. And he stuck his finger right in the middle of my palm and pushed it back to where I was at before I quit coming.
Mm-hmm.
He made me cry. And then he asked me if I'd ever going to miss again. I did not.
Oh, boy.
I did not miss after that. That was terrible.
Yeah.
I don't wish shoulder surgery on anybody.
You know your shoulder rehab? You did the rotator cuff and the labrum at the same time.
And the bicep.
And the bicep. I did my rotator cuff and then did in my labrum while I was rehabbing. Mm-hmm. So, where they're talking about in rehab, is he a baseball player? Do they need to push it further?
I thought it was because I looked athletic as fuck.
Yeah, stupid. Well, you're fucking tall, and maybe if you didn't throw like a girl and you were left-handed. Oh, my God.
No, and that labrum's a tricky deal because it has to heal.
David Wells. Shout out Yankees. I'm sorry. Man. I'm fucking with
I did play in a national championship softball game once, so fuck you.
Jesus Christ. Everybody has a fucking national championship softball game.
No.
Give me a fucking break.
You just had to.
You fucking.
It was the open division, man. There's ballers.
Spearfish?
No.
Where?
We played this one in Mandan.
North Dakota?
Yeah, we had.
There's no fucking national championship of softball that's in fucking Mandan, North Dakota.
Do you know where the
like
world's...
a real national championship?
Do you know where the world's largest softball tournament takes place?
Oh my god.
Is it Mandan, North Dakota?
It is Bismarck, Mandan, North Dakota.
Yeah, it turns out because fucking people in the South play baseball. I gotta take a piss.
Baseball players can't play softball.
Yes, they fucking can. They fucking
I watch kids straight. Oh man, it's terrible.
Give me a fucking
You gotta be an athlete.
He's storming off angry. He's
Yep.
angrier and angry.
Storming off ink.
Wet pants. He's pissed off.
He found out. Ah, man. Good times.
Good time.
Good. This is just good, clean living that we're going through here at
Oh,
this point in
yeah.
life. Yeah. Who's your baseball team?
Colorado Rockies. We are. I haven't looked today. They played at 2, so they're probably over with now. But they were 1-6 going into it. Yeah, a little bit of a rough go of it for the.
I mean, they got uniforms and stuff, so that's good.
Yeah, they got the purple colors, purple and silver. It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, at one point, the Rockies did hold a world record for, I think, the longest escalator in America. Yeah. I mean, there's always bright sides.
You gotta really strive for greatness.
Shout out Todd Helton.
I got to watch Chipper Jones on his goodbye tour. We went and watched a series in Colorado.
I like their stadium.
Oh, super nice.
Coors Field's pretty neat. I like it.
It's cheap. to Get into.
If you don't go
Cheap,
to a
it's
lot of
based off of-
ballparks.
Based off of the
We live in South Dakota.
Guys, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking for the rest of now the world. When
Shout
we
out
talk about like
international.
Mandan, when you just say Mandan.
Oh, sorry. We need to talk about international sports.
Mandan,
No,
North
like
Dakota.
national sports would be okay.
Yeah, action sports.
No, what is the Division I, true Division I school in the Dakotas?
Well, yeah, I mean,
So, like, I'm not trying to shit on all of it, but, like, everything needs to be taken with a grain of salt. When we talk about...
Yeah, but when you say you're not trying to shit on it, then that's basically what it sounds like.
Yeah,
You're shitting
because-
on it.
Well, yeah,
I mean, you take
like,
India's-
sorry for being, like, the devil's advocate while we're just talking about and blowing smoke up, like, all of these, like, big tournaments, and then you guys talk about where they are. And honestly, people who do listen outside of this, they don't know what the fuck that is, and they don't care.
Oh, 100%.
So, like,
100%.
we'll find a way to tell the story to make them care.
McQuaid's softball tournament. If you say McQuaid's in Texas, Florida, California, Arizona, at any softball park, they know exactly where that tournament's at. People fly into this thing from all over the world.
You have no fucking facts behind this. All I hear is they just come in from all over the world. Like, where are
Because
the
we play
teams
in it
from?
every year.
Where they go? What do you mean you play in it every year?
The world's largest softball tournament in Bismarck, North Dakota, Sam McQuaid's. I think it's 50.
Where is it played? What's the complex like? Is it like a Field of Dreams complex?
It's played at I think there's 8 or 9 different complexes.
8 or 9 different total?
Yeah.
So they all come in for
there
the
was
one.
465 teams there.
Okay, so there's a lot of people.
Lots.
A lot of people don't make it to the big leagues.
It's the largest tournament because of the people.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for a softball tournament, people fly in from California, Florida, Alaska team there. Canadians come down to it. Out by Pennsylvania was there. Team from Pennsylvania was there. Like, everybody said this is their if you play softball, this is like the bucket list of softball.
Maybe I wish I paid more attention to softball. I was perturbed today when I heard that Frosty played softball in high school.
Yeah, amateur softball, it didn't mean anything. It's called being a kid and having fun.
Yeah.
No, we didn't play softball anywhere else if you were a guy in high school.
A lot of small schools don't offer baseball here. A lot of towns don't have baseball.
But why not?
Distance. we had a great, like when I grew
There's
up.
that time of the season.
Yeah, but
Like, it's hard for those different portions. I just don't understand. Like, you've got good athletes, and not a lot of them are built to excel in these mass human being sports. So, like, why not focus more on baseball? Because you've got an opportunity. You don't have to be the biggest, fastest, or strongest to be a 5-tool player who can do all the things continuously well enough to, like, at least get yourself an education and then potentially go on and play what is the largest paying sport outside of soccer in the world. Like, why not play ball?
I shouldn't say don't play baseball, but I mean your Rapid Cities, your Sioux Falls, you know, like those areas. But like us growing up, we played old men softball when we were 14 years old, and we were dirty good.
Yeah, but that's fucking crazy to me that it's even the concept of playing slow pitch softball. That's wild to me.
We didn't have any other choice, because if we played baseball, we could have put a wicked team together because we were really good athletes. But we didn't have parents that were willing to drive us 125 miles to a baseball
do
game.
it for basketball? And, like, I've seen one person dunk in State B basketball.
Well, I mean,
this is only talking about the past 3 years. Like, I'm just talking about differentiation. Like, dude, baseball is, like, where the heart should be at. It's a heartland sport. Farm systems, everything like that. Dude, it's a farm game. And this is farm central. That's the best part about this area, is the amount that they actually grow and produce for the country. And so, like, why not play baseball?
Well, I mean, you gotta think though, like a lot of these kids around here, when you're 14, 15, your dad ain't gonna let you just go play baseball.
Why not?
Summertime, you're busy, you're haying,
Dude,
you're fencing,
haying, you're feeding cattle, you're fencing,
you're farming, you know, like, that's a big, it's a big thing, you know, and it's just...
You can play a ball game at night.
I understand that, but, like, now you got to think, now we got to go 2 nights a week, so we'd put on roughly over 1,000 miles a week trying to get kids baseball games.
You do it for basketball.
Yeah, in the wintertime.
No, nobody around here does anything to
Fair enough in the wintertime.
You know?
That's fair.
Everybody's just, well, you know, at that time you're not calving, you're not farming, you're just, one guy stays back, covers the neighbors, covers you, the rest of them go play basketball. So, I mean, it's the same way kind of with golf in these small communities. You know, like, golf should be more prevalent, but it's not, just because...
Well, it's a lack of golf courses that are actually consistent with what you see on actual tour events in those types of conditions. Like, it's the lack there of the number one golf course in the state. Like, it's not.
Turns out it costs a lot of money to have tour conditions.
Yeah, I mean, we got like the sand greens, you know, and
I personally never played sand greens before.
It's pretty intense.
I'm not a fan of. I don't want to play them.
It's an experience, because I mean, you're coming off a hard pan, crabgrass, but I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, a lot of these kids, and like for us too, growing up, I mean, we golfed. Like, softball was a thing. Like, that's because all the older people you grew up with, they played softball. That's what you're gonna do. But we also lived at the lake. Like, we were lake kids. Like,
Fair.
Wakeboarding, you know, like just being a kid, like not getting caught up nowadays where these kids, you know, like my kids. I mean, so this year they're gonna have. I mean, Kelby started in September. So Kelby's going to have 1 month off, and Kayson's going to have 1 month off of not doing anything, that they can just be kids for 1 month, and in May, man, basketball starts. Kelby's a baseball player, you know, baseball starts. These kids don't have time to be running in the creek and building a fort, or, you know, like, they just don't. sports is becoming so skilled that if you want your kid to compete, and I mean, and we all know, I mean, there's kids across the nation that don't go to college. But if you want your kid to even compete at all, you have to just put time into it.
You have to put the time in.
You have to put time in. It's not like back in the day when kids were just like, after basketball season, I'm going to score 40 a game. Yeah. I mean, but you still have some of those kids, but the majority of these kids,
you got the work.
No, and still they're putting in all this work on a sport where they fundamentally don't stand a chance at the next level. In total honesty. And there's some, I love getting to bring up Mike Miller, and it's like Rookie of the Year. I love that there's that staple for it, but the level that's played in particularly that sport of what NBA basketball has gone to with the actual... No, I know you hate the NBA, but it's because South Dakota basketball doesn't play NBA basketball or D1 basketball. They don't play it. It's a different game. It's a higher shooting percentage. It's a faster motion throughout the court. It's more complex offenses and defenses all the way through the system.
I would not throw the NBA in with a complex defensive system.
Absolutely. Dude, the amount of screens in motion that are going through subliminally, and they make it look like it's the easiest thing on the planet because they're just naturally toned into it.
Okay, so let's take this. I mean, it's nothing to see an NBA team right now score 125, 130.
Yeah, dude blows by you, don't hit him. Don't get into foul trouble.
I understand that. But, the superior defense back in the day...
Back in the day when nobody who was 7 feet tall could shoot a three-pointer?
Well, kids are getting more athletic then. But I don't like how you dog on South Dakota all the time.
I don't dog on it all the time.
No,
I'm just tired of I'm tired of on the podcast. We just pump all of their shit up the ass, and that's okay because you guys know those things. But I'm just telling you, from the person who played Division I sports and saw these different levels, and went through it and seeing these different proportions. It's one and so that goes, and it's always one and so that continues forward. But if you get close to it, then it's a great thing.
You know, because our D1 schools around here,
they're not D1.
What?
They're D1 AA.
Yeah, but they're still producing the end goal.
Okay, but
they're still producing NFL athletes.
No, people tell me that the Jacks can beat all these SEC teams or Big 12 teams or all of these different things, and yeah, maybe once in a chosen week, but
that's all it takes.
Dude,
it takes one.
Takes one time.
It doesn't take one time. It takes one time.
If they're a ranked team against South Dakota State or USD, it's not going to end well.
No.
We all know that.
So
why do we act like it's the highest level of all?
Because I don't know.
We're big fans.
Let's just talk Texas basketball. Then.
Let's talk Texas.
Okay, let's talk Texas basketball. Shout out to the Duncanville Panthers, the state champions for 6A, the highest level. Thank you guys for finishing third in district and having an absolutely awesome tournament throughout the entirety. Let's also shout out to the Houston Cougars, who are playing in the national championship now for the first time since 1984. Shout out Ron Holland, who decided to be the number 3 overall pick from the Detroit Pistons, came out of Duncanville High School, instead of going to college, went and played for the G League Ignite, and then turned into a damn good basketball player. And then we look at all of those kids and the level of real Division I athletes that are getting recruited and why mass numbers are being set out of Frisco, because what you said, they don't have school choice. What Frisco has is they've opened 12 different high schools to create the influx of all of these different people coming into it, and now they're giving all of these kids opportunities to grow, develop, start, play against each other, and that's why they've nationally set records for the amount of scholarships that are given out year after year after year.
I mean,
it's different, man. It's
I'm not saying it's not different. But that would be like saying, like, I get Texas. Texas is just a different thing. But it's like, so now you're telling me that these kids from Texas that are playing on SDSU's football team, NDSU's football team, their basketball teams.
They were not the best players on their high school teams.
Well, that's
no,
what I'm
they're
saying,
still
like,
good players, but they were not the best players on their teams. Or they didn't have the grades that would afford them the opportunity to go in with one of these programs that's really dependent on GPA funding for a lot of that grant money that turns back into the program. Like, that's when they end up going.
I'm not going to argue with you about Texas, but it's just, I do...
Well, Florida? California? Granted, three of the most populous and most prevalent areas for recruits.
100%. And I just think it's, I mean, like you said, I mean, the population, is just, you're going to get more kids just by the single number of kids that you do have.
Sure, and then you get better kids on your team, so then you constantly, every day, compete against better kids. Because kids get cut, and they can't develop. And that's the saddest thing, because then they can't build the character that what amateur athletics is supposed to build.
Kids nowadays are just playing, and the reason I think basketball and sports, and like especially basketball, has taken such a hit because they're better athletes than they ever were. Fundamentally, they're absolutely terrible through all levels. They're not good fundamentally. But it's just so, because every kid gets on an AAU team, and then you have an AAU team.
Kid.
What?
It's not every kid.
You find me kids that go big, and find which ones aren't on an AAU team.
No, they still play AAU, but saying every kid is on an AAU team, like there's different levels of AAU. You know what I mean?
No, 100%.
Like there's different invited tournaments. Like there's different skill sets, and like it's a big deal when you got AAU kids who are going to be McDonald's All-Americans playing against each other in 8th grade.
No, I get that. But the fundamentals of basketball are on a...
I think it's an in-between. It's turned into more of a Euro game. And you have to step and flow, and you have to be a positionless player. Because that's how you score $140 in a game.
And that's why in the draft you see all these Europeans going over all these big Division I talents.
Some of them, only the first overall picks, it's constant Division I talent when you see it down through, and it's only 2 rounds for the draft. That's the hard part with the NBA. There's only 2 picks per team.
And the best 2 players in the last 5 years in the world are 2 white. Oh, sorry. Are 2 white slow guys.
Luka and Jokic?
Yeah.
They're not slow. They can shoot. And they're not slow. They're fluid. They look slow. And it's up and down the court of actual drive. Dude, one of those guys gets 1 step. That's not slow. It looks slow because it's effortless. And that's the beauty of the game where it's gotten to. It's played at a much higher level.
And you know why? Because of the Europeans. They practice 6 days a week and play 1.
And play all together. And they can get signed at 15, 16 years old. And Luka, 16 years old. He was the MVP for Real Madrid in the Spanish League.
And I get that. And the thing that between Joker and Luka is they're fundamentally sound.
And they can pass. And they have high basketball IQ. And they both work their ass off for uncomfortable shots in uncomfortable situations.
And that all comes from being in the gym by yourself. I mean, those kids,
Or with a coach who's grinding with you.
100%. But
or a buddy. One person to rebound.
I don't...
It's like shadow boxing.
I mean, you watch these, like you see all these highlights of these little 3rd grade kids, running around on these elite travel basketball, and their dad's pumped because they're shooting threes. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah, they want to be Steph Curry or Trae Young,
like,
and they're
these kids ain't strong enough to shoot threes. Like...
Oh, what are they, arming it from the
and he's like, oh, this kid caught fire.
What's 2 end in the meantime?
He hit 5 threes this game. He's a 3rd grader. He's going to ruin a shot, Like,
eject 15 of them.
You know, it's not. I don't know. I just feel like the European model is a better situation, but I feel the reason why America's kids are getting worse in fundamentals is because these kids are only built to play a game. They're not built with a work ethic to get in the gym and absolutely kill themselves night in and night out to get better.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're just built up because these kids go practice one time and then go play 6 games together, and there's 10 kids on your team that all need the basketball. And if you get the rebound, don't pass that son of a bitch, because you're not going to get the ball. And, you know, I talked to that one Division I coach. I asked him, I was like, how many kids you pick up from these AAU programs? He's like, none. 0. He goes, all the coaches, he goes, we'll come watch. He goes, we'll come watch. But he goes, the kid that you already have picked, he goes, you don't care how he does at AAU. He goes, the thing that you do care about is to see how they interact with a different team besides their home setting. You know, see their body language, see what they do with these other kids. But he goes, 95% of the kids are already tagged. You know, like, I mean, we're going to see Dave. I mean, it's not because Dave had a great AAU basketball game. It's because Dave had a great high school junior year, or, you know, and he said, so he goes, you might pick up a kid because, you know, they might not know who Frosty is because he didn't get any exposure, and drops 40. He goes, we might go watch his game and just like, hey, jot it down. But he goes, no, these kids, you know, and its parents, I mean, like I said, it's just a money racket. I mean, it's just a coach, not even a coach, because that's the front.
It is big time, but I still feel like that exposure is important to a certain extent.
And I would be all for it if it was your high school team was all on the same AAU team. Because I have a hard time with me, you, and Frosty are on the same team. Frosty's playing for Sioux Falls, you're playing for Aberdeen, and I'm playing for Rapid City. And we see each other at a tournament. But, like, these kids, like, I need to get back to just playing with their own teams. So when you do get in trouble, you know, it's just a natural instinct that you've seen lost in basketball. Like, shit, Dave's in trouble. Like, he knows I'm going to be right here. Like,
right.
It's just...
And that type of understanding.
And, you know...
I played with the same guys in football from the 4th grade till I graduated high school. We were all the same dudes. We knew exactly what the other guy was thinking the entire time. And that's how you get good teams.
Shout out to co-ops.
Yeah, shout out Tri Valley, baby.
Or just run your fucking route. Jesus Christ.
I just think...
Know your playbook. Whatever it is, know your playbook.
And I think...
And that's where coaching...
100%, but
comes into a big differentiation.
I think like this AAU basketball, this travel basketball stuff, I mean, we do it, but I think parents get so caught up in, like, go financially fucked.
Right.
Because they have some guy blowing smoke up their ass.
Constantly,
like, hey, man, your kids, oh, man, we got exposure over here, exposure over here.
Yeah.
Which I get. And now with the internet, you know, I mean, you can get noticed in your gym by yourself. One of your buddies puts a clip on, dunking or hitting, you know, lifting in the weight room. You know, I mean, there's other ways to get exposed instead of sending your mom and dad down a rabbit hole of
$25,000.
Yeah, you know,
we'll call it your entire college education if you start elementary to middle school AAU and you continue through high school. Yeah, you're legitimately spending an entire college education.
Probably more, because now you got to think about it. Now we got to drive to Omaha, Nebraska, and
don't downsell how much college tuition is and housing.
Oh, I'm not downselling it, but you talk about these kids are spending, I would say, roughly. So now you take it 3rd grade. I mean, if you just average it out, you know, that's probably $15,000 to $25,000 a summer. Time you pay for basketball, time you travel, you know. Now you're into this kid for $250K, and you know, and let's be realistic. Going to college, I think people get confused. There's not like a whole bunch of kids that are on that team that are full ride, like legit full ride students, because they only
Right.
get so many,
Yep.
and they got to break them up. And I think it's like, and I tell those kids like, hey, you know that you can get more money for being smart than you can for being an athlete,
Yeah.
and it's easier to get money being smart.
And
you know,
you'll make the team if you have your higher GPA, and if you're going to be a bench player.
Yeah.
Then you'll be on the team.
Yeah, because I remember that college coach. He said, what are you guys here for? Play basketball. That was the wrong answer. Like, you were a student athlete. Like,
Yep.
that's what he goes, that's why student
Well, yeah.
comes first.
And that's the opposite of my neck of the woods. Quinn Ewers didn't go to Texas to study. You know what I mean? Like, it's a totally different perspective than spending my freshman and sophomore year in California, where you had to buy everything for all of these athletic programs. But then you had a brand new Mac computer in your arts class, or you had all of these drawing utensils and everything taken care of you. Yeah, then I go to Texas, and my first day walking into the locker room, they give me my shoulder pads, let me pick out my helmet, give me 2 brand new pairs of cleats, give me 1 set of practice cleats. Then you've got your practice apparel and all of that shit. Then you've got your home, away, then your alternate, and then they were looking at doing different helmets, but that was at the time where you had to have 1 approved helmet.
Yeah.
And it was a different focus. It was not based upon education. It was based on athletic output, and your education was supposed to align with what you were outputting athletically.
Yeah.
Which, if you're the properly motivated person, it can be the perfect situation for you.
100%. I mean, but I also, I also feel like if you're a super good athlete, like those studies can slip pretty easy. Yeah,
Yeah, but if the studies can slip, but like if they don't give you a ton of homework, it's not too bad.
No, and I've been to college. I mean, we had some players taking 14, 15 hours of PE, I mean,
Sure, it used to happen all the time before, like, transfer portal. It's like, hey, a guy's going to stay his 5th year because he's not going to be, like, a high-level draft pick. But who was it? Oh, my God. I wish I knew. Somebody graduated and they went back and they took 1 class, which enabled them to play football. And the class that they took was golf class.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like
Just different focuses.
different focuses, but your education should be your main focus, because what percentage of people are going to get paid to play a professional sport? And those people that play a professional sport, what do they say? Like 95% of them are completely broke after being out of it for 5 years?
It used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that data's been out for a while, and luckily, like, a lot of these leagues and a lot of these different places have instituted programs
They
to
have
try
rookie
and
symposiums.
Yeah.
They talk to them about it. And
big time.
get financial planners in there.
And former players who went through a lot of shit are able to make money off of being subsidized by the league to go and speak and talk to and coach and process with kids now to try and put it in the right perspective. And that's just getting younger. Like this NIL era, and we've got 18-year-olds who are going to college and they're making like $2.5 million. An 18-year-old making $2.5 million to play sports, and it's not a large percentage of them, but it's just crazy to take a young person and put that opportunity on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, and now you have to look at your situation. Like, I think what seen, like Cooper Flake, if he comes back, it's like going to be upwards of $4 million for next year. So I mean, there is like, I think they do need to get paid, but maybe there should have been like a cap, like, hey, $350,000 for, But the other way you can look at it is is this going to help you stick around? I mean, Cooper Flake just turned 18. You know, and I see people are like, Jesus, he's going to, if he doesn't go to the league, he's going to prolong his max contract.
Yeah.
He literally just turned, he should have been a senior in high school this year.
Right.
So, I mean, you think about $2 million. Okay, so next year he's could stand to get $4 million. I know he's got endorsement deals. But, I mean, at this point, I mean, do you stick around and play college basketball for a couple more years? You know, I mean, coming into the league already having 12, 13, 14 million in your pocket.
Well, you also run the risk, too, of getting injured.
Getting hurt.
Yeah.
Fucking Dickinson, old Dick Skin. What did he play for Kansas this year? Heard something he got granted his 7th year of eligibility.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, hang it up, dude.
So, I mean,
but he's getting NIL money to go in and be a decent college basketball player.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, he's going to go in and he's going to get a league minimum and probably a 2-way G League contract.
Yeah.
And not going to turn around and, like, make that, like, crazy amount of money for the next 5 to 7 years. It's still damn good money, don't get me wrong.
I mean,
the money's still great.
we're
And the
sitting here talking
opportunity
like
to
it's
go
like,
into
oh,
it.
fuck, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, then they make more in a fucking one game than I do in a year.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's fair to pay these kids for sure. But and I've said that before, like this whole transfer portal, especially in football, you have if you make a bowl game,
they should open up the transfer portal after the season.
Or there should be some kind of time period, and maybe a penalty if you don't participate. I get these kids don't want to get hurt, but they're also there for a reason.
They're the reason why they made it to that position in the first place.
And here's the other thing. The NCAA was so shitty for so many years to so many of these student athletes, where that's it's hard for me to find pity through what the NCAA clearinghouse would do, what a coach could do if you wanted to transfer to another school and they could totally fuck you over.
Absolutely screw you.
Yeah, and then you have to sit out 1 year no matter what, and then if they don't sign over, even in high school, I saw that shit happen. Kids would want to transfer to another school because it made sense, because they were playing with guys where they wanted to do it and actually make the right differentiations.
Shout out to South Dakota, because you can just open and roll. Go play where you want.
Open enrollment.
Yeah, in Texas, they would just find a cheap-ass fucking apartment for one of your parents to rent, and then you just go and play in that town. Use that address. Shout out, UIL. Go fuck yourself.
I mean, this debate, you could debate it till you're blue in the face, but it's in. Yeah, I mean, but but I also feel like some of these high school kids too. Now it's a real big pressure on them, because not only are they not fighting for a scholarship, now they got so much pressure on them to try to find somewhere to get that NIL money,
Sure, and I think the biggest thing that they can take away from this NCAA tournament is when Rick Pitino, John Calipari, these guys who are successful and they build programs in all of these different places, they've already come out and said they're not looking to add essentially a single high school player. So my advice to that younger player is, stop trying to go for the NIL money when you're not worth NIL money in your freshman and sophomore year. Go to a place where you can go and develop, because now you have the opportunity where if you don't like it and you train hard and you're not getting playing time, go get some playing time. Go develop. Go to a hard coach. And then go and transfer after you've put up numbers and you've turned into a grown-ass man instead of a baby-ass boy, and then go and get that NIL money.
And it will suck for, these smaller Division I schools. But say that, we'll just use, since we live here, if you're a high school kid and you feel like you got wronged, why, these SDSUs, NDSUs, these small Division I schools.
Sure.
Well, if you're that good, go to one of these schools absolutely, like you said, these people are looking in the transfer portal to get these studs. Go there, blow. If you think you're that good, go to these smaller schools and make a big run with them.
Hell yeah, make the team.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
and I think that's a good point you bring up there. Like then you can humble your ass. You get to these smaller schools and you're like, shit, I'm not playing.
Yeah, and these dudes can still ball.
Yeah, these kids are good.
Yeah,
Like-
just because, like, our point guard scores 40 a game, but he's only 5'8", and that's why he got 0 D1 offers.
Yeah.
Something along those lines, and it's like, yeah.
You know,
When
and
you
it-
start playing at that level.
And realistically, I mean, if you're not 6'5" and above,
You're gonna have a bad time.
you're gonna be struggling.
If you're playing anything except for point and you're below 6'4", 6'5", really, because like that's what we're talking about now. Because when we talk about 7-footers, and it's not just 7-footers, but it's like that 6'5" to 7 foot range,
Yeah.
6'6" to 7 foot. Those guys are getting so much better at shooting and skill position stuff. But where they've lost out is their ability to rebound and create opportunities for other players around them to get them open and give them space.
Yeah, and even like, you know, for me, like when I go up against those, like I'm 6'5", and you'd go up against some 6'7" players, and it, like you don't think 2 inches makes much of a difference, but it's like, holy shit,
It does.
Shout out, ladies. 2 inches makes a big difference.
2 inches is a lot.
She ain't 280, she ain't a lady.
No, but I just think like these kids, you know, I mean they got pressure on them. But if you feel like you got wronged, and now, like, you know, these big-time college programs are just looking for the transfer portal, which is also really kind of, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the junior college thing, I mean, if you got to go. But, like,
JUCO in certain places. There's only certain states where JUCO makes sense.
yeah.
And it's really for cost purposes.
You know, and so go to these smaller schools. I mean, there's a bunch of smaller schools, you know. I mean, look, was it Gordon Hayward for the Butler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that guy made himself.
You ever hear Steph Curry from Davidson?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, these guys, I mean, made themselves a fortune off of going to a small team because other big teams disrespected them.
Yeah.
And had a chip on their shoulder. Let's do this.
Yeah. Worked harder than everybody
Yeah.
else, and they had an opportunity to shine.
If you put time in, it will show up in the end.
Yes.
Big time. Shout out practice, right?
Shout out
Shout
practice.
out practice.
I mean, I even told my little 5th grade girls that won that last tournament. You know, 2 months ago, we were terrible, and they wanted to win. I said, you can't win. I said, you can win. But I said, once you take care of the fundamentals and we go on the floor and we're a little fundamentally better than the other team we're going to play,
And you can win.
the wins will come and the wins will just happen.
Hell yeah.
So, I mean, it starts every level. Like, you never should think, like, ooh, like, I'm tapped out. Because there's something that you can be working on.
Always.
Always.
Always, constantly. And if you're not working on it, the person that you're going to compete against at that next level,
Is.
guess what?
Well, I
They're
just
working on it.
seen that Haley Van Lith story. And when she decided she wanted to be a basketball player, she said when she'd come home from practice, they would eat, and her dad went back to the gym for another 2-hour practice.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's the
Takes
kind of work
work.
ethic that,
Yeah.
I mean, and some kids are just, don't get me wrong, some kids are just God-gifted, natural freaks.
Michael
Some of
Jordan
them,
never
but,
practiced a day in his life.
That
That's
God-gifted
bullshit.
freak, like, every level that you move up,
Gets
you
hard.
become a little less freaky. And the dude who worked his ass off, that's where I love, like, the Josh Allen, Cam Ward situation coming up. Or, like, Josh Allen being the highest guaranteed contract in NFL history, 0-star recruit. Same thing with Cam Ward, supposed to be the number 1 overall pick, 0-star recruit.
And I
Fucking work.
And I think, you know, like, and then we talked about that, like, and all these high school you know, we'll just got basketball season right now, like basketball. It's usually, yeah, I mean, a lot of the times, the kid that ain't the standout on the high school team is the best college player that comes out of that team setting.
can be the best program player.
Yeah.
If they get that late boost,
and
that drive.
And I told those kids that I talked to earlier this year they're asking about college. I said, the one thing about college is you have to be able to defend. You have to be able to play defense.
Yeah.
College don't give a shit if you can score 40 points.
Yeah.
Because if you score 40 and give up 45 on the other end, what are we doing? It's just
no point. Your plus minus is down.
100%. So if you can, in defense, I mean, you can, I don't know, like being a basketball coach, I don't even know how to say that. You can give drills on defense and teach good defensive techniques, but in the end, the defense comes, that's a heart thing. It's a heart and pride thing.
And I think it's a combination in between the right setup to perform in that way and then the real heart and the drive for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a mix right in between. Right?
And every good team from college to Pee-wees always has that one kid that's willing to do the dirty shit. And his or her name never shows up in the front page of the paper.
Yep.
But there's always that silent killer that's, taking that charge or, getting that because no one, I mean, you can score
extra shit.
Yeah,
you don't see it in the box score.
No, because you could have 0 points and 22 boards, and the kid that scored 40 is going to have a whole article about it. But they didn't say why they just won because this kid pulled down 22 defensive rebounds,
Yep.
Right.
It's always bugged me that way, because, and I think that all starts with, the newspaper and the media. They don't want
breaking news every day.
No. They just want the kid that scores a shitload of points.
That's it.
So
it gets clicks. It's viewers.
Yeah. They're not going to give shit that Frosty pulled down 20 boards. And had 3 steals.
Yeah.
He didn't win the game. The kid that scored 40 won the game.
Yeah, he put the points up, man.
Yeah.
Which not to say that scoring 40 doesn't help, but at that point it is a team effort, and a lot of times you see the kid who is naturally gifted feels gifted, and then they don't work as hard.
No,
and then years go on and years get by. You might want to swing it a little towards one of the pegs.
It's a. I don't know. I mean, just kids go play basketball. We can't sit here and tell you to be good. You have to want to be good. Now I don't care if you've grown up in a town of Agar, 50 people, or a town of 1 million. If you want to do this, put the work in.
Shout out French Indiana.
And try to be 6'7" at least. That's going to help out.
Yeah, that would totally fucking help everything going on. And also when you're 6'7" and your AAU and your high school coach is saying oh, you need to play down in the post. If you want to play at the next level and you're 6'7", 6'3" to 6'7" to 6'8", 6'9", 7 foot, you need to play guard basketball at the level that you're playing at. You need to handle the ball like a point guard.
And I'm not saying don't go down and post kids up when you get the matchups.
Oh, hell yeah.
And work on your post game, but you're going to have that 3-point. And I hate that.
Big time. And your dribbling practice.
Yes.
The double ball dribble and you go back and forth. No, I know you hate it, but it's not the thing that they should do constantly in their AAU game, but it is the thing that they need to do in the gym.
Yeah.
Every single time.
Day. And that's not...
you have to develop range. It doesn't come for nothing.
No, and... Yeah, it just... you just have to be... I mean, if you're going to be a big, you better be a big.
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 And, it's hard to go to that big level after that if you're playing true big basketball.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was that Lowry kid, I don't know his name, but the kid from Castlewood in the state B's this year. He did it because he got in the fucking weight room. The kid come out this year, I mean, he was a skinny kid. I've watched him the last couple of years. He gets in the weight room. This guy's a fucking man down low. I mean, 6'9", barrel-chested, big arms. I mean, he can move kids around.
Hell yeah.
So, like a 6'9" kid like him, he doesn't need to work on. I mean, 15 feet and in should be automatic.
Sure.
100%.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, you get a 6'7" skinny kid, you better get some guard skills. Because...
Big time. And even if you are in the weight room, and even the 6'9" guy, like, dude, there's a lot of those 6'9" guys.
Bang.
When you go to the big collegiate level. Like,
Yeah,
there's... You
and
want
I
to
think,
match up against Juwan Roberts and not have any handles? That sounds terrible.
well, and
You know, play against Cooper Flagg and you don't know how to, like, handle the basketball, and that's, like, your 4-to-4 matchup? That, yeah.
It's not going to be a good time.
no, it's not going to be a good time for anybody. And another thing, I think that, you know, kids get caught up in, like, oh, man, I need to play for Duke or Houston or... Like,
Big time.
Like, they get caught up in... Like, you don't understand. Like, even... I mean, the D2, the NIA, you know, like, the smaller D1 schools, those kids are dudes. Like, legit basketball
They're
players.
real.
Like, real basketball players. I mean, don't sell yourself short out there if you only got a D3 offer.
Especially in the transfer portal era. Especially now. Before, it's like, when I was coming out in 2012, and you're looking at opportunities, it's like, if you go JUCO, you automatically sign off 2 years of your eligibility, and that's 4, and it's it.
Yeah.
And post-COVID year shit, and I'm watching, like, the tight end from Oregon, who's, like, in his 9th year.
Yeah.
Because of red shirts and shit. I'm like, what the
But I do think, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they're going to make junior college not count against your eligibility anymore.
It's supposed to, I think they scaled it back to 1.
Okay.
Because it used to be if you went to junior college for 1 year, it counted for 2 years of eligibility.
Yes.
And when you couldn't go through a transfer portal, what that would look like, let's say you go to JUCO and then you play and ball out for 1 year. Then you go and then you have your sophomore year, you transfer to the school, the coach lied to you, didn't give you the opportunity, they signed somebody else in that same time frame. That's 2 done. Then you're 1 year done. You have 1 year of eligibility, and you know who wants to bring in a kid for 1 year to their program?
You better be a stud.
You better be the stud.
Yes.
Which is that's where I really love transfer portal, but tamper it down. And recently there's been talks about it had been like can't pay the athletes. Now it's turned into the athletes are not employees. But it would make a lot more sense if you sat there and it's like, hey, you're a freshman. We've got this NIL money. We're going to pay you this every year. You're going to sign a contract. You stay here for 3 years. If you decide to leave within that 3 years of time, because now you're quote-unquote an employee of the actual program, then either you or the school that's signing you or the professional team that you go to has to buy you out for the remainder of your contract, and then you'd see more loyalty.
You would, but there'd also have to be a clause in there, if you think about it, if you got hurt, where they couldn't pull that money. You know, I mean, because if you're signing to say like, hey,
would that tie to red shirt? It'd be tough, right?
Yeah, because now you take a medical red shirt, like. I mean, I'm hoping you have some. If you're that big a stud, like I'm hoping you have some money left. But I mean,
you know,
you give an 18-year-old kid 250 G's in a bank account.
If you gave me $250,000 when I was 18, guess what? I was spending $250,000.
Yeah, I might have spent $500 and only had $250,000 to spend.
Yeah, it turns out that's every other kid going to these major private schools because they're paying for it.
Yeah,
NIL money is bringing these kids in. And then you have these kids who are just going to school, and then it's like, hey, at SMU, it's going to be $47,000 for 1 semester. There's 2 semesters in a year plus summer school, $47,000 for your education. Then, when you require freshmen and sophomores at some schools, when you require them to actually live on campus too, you're looking at adding another $35,000 on top of it. That's close to $95,000 per semester. And as they push different curriculums and activities to the point where it is like a 5-year senior is the more natural graduating portion.
Yep.
Yeah, brother. That guy's got a lot of debt on the back end.
Oh, yeah, so...
What you got?
No, when we were talking about this NIL deal, being from where we're sitting, South Dakota High School has opened up NIL money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean...
We actually have some works going on with that, believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We've got 2 people that I have in mind. With actually bringing on to Fundayz Sports, and because they're minors, I'm not going to mention their names, but that is part of the growth and the opportunity that we do have, where we can hopefully eventually get these kids a little more exposure, so then kids in this area can have that opportunity, because they put in the work ethic to play at that next level, at least in somewhat of a sense. But then I'd also love to see like some more people kind of come through.
No,
You want some free shoes? Do a commercial for Fundayz Sports.
100%. And then, so I mean, like here in South Dakota, and I'm sure it's the same way in Texas.
No. NIL is illegal in high school sports.
I'm not saying that, but like your private Christian schools.
Oh, man.
That got endless,
Dude.
I don't know if they have endless money, but like you think about the kids that are going there, their dads are doctors, lawyers,
Some of them. And then you have somebody that they found from Kenya who's Dikembe Mutombo Jr.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, you take South Dakota and this NIL money, the Christian schools pretty much already dominate.
Sure.
Yeah.
And especially now because the Christian school can regulate their enrollment. They're not public. So now they can dictate what class they're going to play in. I mean, if they're...
Big time. And that's why California football is so prevalent.
Yeah, I mean...
You think modern day is great? Like, it's... Yeah, you bring in some great-ass skill position players, and then you got, like, kids who are on the team with, like, mommy and daddy's money, and then you pay all this money into it, and there's way less restrictions based on what a public school sees when they're federally funded.
Yeah, and that guy told me that the NIL deal was, well, because kids make money off Instagram, So I asked him, I go, okay, so they make money off Instagram. Like, what about us when we were little selling calves? Like, wouldn't that have hit? I mean, it's the same thing. And I told him, I said, this just opens up a loophole. Because he was talking about Instagram and all this stuff. I was like, that just opens up a loophole that...
Once you crack the door to Pandora's box, it's open, man.
It's not coming back.
Nope.
No, I mean...
Turns out if they have enough money and they don't give a fuck about you, they can so shut it down.
So I mean, that's like we're talking. You got some rich doctors and lawyers, and maybe their kid ain't very good, but they want a state title, and they want their kid to win.
And they got a 3.8, 3.9 GPA.
Yeah,
brings your team GPA up.
So I mean, a couple dads sitting around high school going, "Hey, that Dave kid, hell of a point guard. You know what we don't have? Point guard.
Don't have a point guard.
Well, I'll just put his mom on my, payroll.
Yeah.
She don't have to come, but that
you got an administrative job.
Yeah.
And you're talking about legitimate scenarios that happen, like
all the time.
While I was going to school, and like that's real shit that happened. It's like going into my senior year, I had broken my ribs, broken my foot, and had a stress fracture in my ankle and 3 concussions. I was not going to play the next season. Is not going to play. All of a sudden, after all of those things are said and done, we have a great quarterback, extremely fucking awesome athlete. Just so happened to transfer in from a town that was like 35, 40 miles away. And family moved down. He had a good season. He had a really good season. Got some looks. He was a great quarterback. He could throw the ball great. He goes to college. Guess what they tell him? You're playing safety. We recruited you as a quarterback, but you're playing safety. oh, by the way, since this is a Division I program, by the way, yeah, we're not going to sign off on your eligibility to go to the next place. So it was one of the strongest, best athletes that I had ever been around. But those are the type of careers that were crushed based off of the previous NCAA algorithm.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
I think it went from one extreme to the other, though.
Yeah. I agree.
Is like there should be a happy medium there somewhere.
100%. Now that it's in high school, like you got to have a happy medium because, I mean, we'll take for little town Faith, whatever,
Yeah.
They're not going to be able to, I mean, they just, the NIL money's not there, for these high school kids. And I just think it's stupid in high school because we already have a hell of a time with this open enrollment. Kids just like, hey, I'm not playing for these guys no more.
Oh, gonna hop up and go.
Hop up and go because there's no loyalty anywhere in America. Like, no one cares. Like, they're just going.
Yep.
So, I mean, I just think, like...
Always loyalty in the hood, bruh.
Always loyalty in the hood. I grew up in the hood. Inner city Faith.
Grew up on the streets, 251st Street, baby.
That was First Avenue, bro.
Oh my God.
That's right where the meth house was, right across from us. And the double homicide in the backyard, not a big deal. I mean, it's just something we grew up with in Faith. No, it was
what you go through.
It was crazy. It was a little crazy month there.
Oh my God.
I was gonna say that all happened within the same amount.
Yeah, that was just a little stint. It really made the old crime rate go through the roof.
Oh yeah.
Knocked down 2 murders, boy. It really.
You really live in the ghetto when you go out back and you pop off your gun a couple times so your rent price don't go up. That's what you really tried to do. It's like, we ain't safe.
Just safe here. No, but I just hope, I mean, I see what the NIL is doing for the college. I just hope, like, it don't get out of hand now that it's the Pandora's box cracked open a little bit in South Dakota.
Yeah, totally fair.
Yeah.
Totally fair. I mean, like, I mean, it's already that way in, like, national high school football, which I pay a little bit more attention to. Like, shout out Sully Bees Chargers, state champions of State B, South Dakota for this year. Really proud of that. But when I'm looking at my alma mater and we're looking at national rankings and where it is kind of through that portion and consistently trying to look at top 10 in the nation, I'm looking at other schools and it's like Mater Dei, IMG Academy, all these different places where, like the Christian prep school, you can bring in whatever kid, do whatever you want to.
Well, and the problem with like a Christian prep school, too, like I mean, they come to you and want your kid. Like, you're doing your kid a disservice by not even giving him the chance of that education opportunity.
Big time.
Because those kids don't come out of. I mean, let's be realistic. There's not a lot of kids that go play college sports. But, like, them Christian schools, man, they're cranking out lawyers. They're cranking out doctors. I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Those kids are prepared. Those kids aren't. They're prepared for the next level of sports. But they're prepared for. Yeah, next level life. The college is going to be a breeze for these kids.
And even with Andrew Luck and Frank Reich, that's why I really believe, like, Stanford football will not be. They won't be a national powerhouse, essentially. Like, I don't think they'll be ranked in the top 10 until they drop admissions specifications just for people coming in, because they don't fuck around with that.
No,
like,
I mean,
you're gonna have to read a book. You're gonna have to do this shit.
Not the same way, School of Mines here in South Dakota, one of the top engineering schools in the world. He said, man, it's a tough selection because you have to have the kids that are going to put the time in the classroom.
Yeah.
Because they
in order to do it,
they expect, because you were there to get good grades, like,
right.
And they don't have bullshit business degrees,
Oh yeah.
like.
Yeah.
It's why I used to love Rice baseball so much, because they didn't drop admissions programs. Private school in Houston, not a huge school, but their baseball team. Oh man, you look early 2000s, constantly in the College World Series. Also, just a side note, Frosty, can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah, Frosty.
Fucking poor guy's been sitting over there for like
Do you
half
want to
an
throw
hour
something in
now.
here, Frosty?
Jesus Christ.
No, you guys go ahead. You're good. You're doing good.
Good.
Just riffing back and forth. Thank you for playing moderator.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
Shout out to Tri-Valley.
Yeah.
I think they were the Mustangs, right?
The Mustangs. Yep.
Do you have any famous athletes?
Nope.
Just a lot of state titles.
Got 2 state titles. There was the Lamer brothers that came out of there.
Back to back for you.
Wrestling.
That was back to back.
Yeah.
Who was
You
your
had a little
quarterback?
Back to back on.
Our quarterback at the time was Brennan Welbig. Would have been the quarterback.
Tri-Valley had a
He
nice
went
run.
to
there.
USF, I believe. Sioux Falls, University of Sioux Falls.
University of Sioux Falls.
Sorry, Jesus Christ.
Sorry. I knew you'd freak out.
Yep.
Dude, I'm still.
He never left the state. He never left the state.
Yeah, I was about to say that's.
Oh, he probably wasn't even a college football player then.
No, he wasn't.
No, he didn't
never
come from
made it to the
Texas.
next
It was
level.
like fucking D3.
He never made it to the next
No,
level.
he
No,
played. He
and
played some
no.
level of college football. I just want it to be known that like there's certain levels of athletics.
If they're D2 or they're NAIA. I think they're D2.
I want to say they're D2.
They got a D1 hockey club.
Do they?
Hmm?
Hmm.
Or that's Augustana. I don't know, one of the two. It's
Shout
Sioux
out
Falls.
Augie, Nate White, all-time leading scorer in Augie basketball history, Augustana University. Fucking love Nate.
How do you know Nate?
I don't know, Nate.
He is a member at a particular club where I have the opportunity to spend quite a bit of time at in employment.
Heard the fishing, it's amazing up there.
Yeah, I heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
So one thing that I would say that people in South Dakota are way fucking better at, I'm not going to give basketball, I'm not going to give baseball or football
Or
in
lacrosse
general.
or soccer.
No, or any like major sport. What you guys are fucking good at, in comparison, you're the best fucking hunters and fishermen that I've ever seen in my entire
Country
life.
boys will
Like, there's a
survive.
lot of people in Texas who say like they hunt. Like, dude, those people do not hunt like y'all up here. They do not do it. They don't know that shit. They're not as good at it. And we talk about like what you're actually doing with it. It's when kids are out hunting and shooting deer from 500 yards when they're 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's the shit you're not doing in Texas unless your daddy's got a deer lease somewhere, y'all got a ton of money and land. What you are doing is playing basketball and baseball or football the entire damn time and playing 7-on-7s and growing through that, which we go to World War II. We go to World War III.
Yeah, your basketball and baseball skills ain't going to be shit for you.
He could really throw that rock, man.
No. Hey, boy, you throw that football.
Turns out my family's from West Texas and I'll still fucking shoot with any motherfucker.
West Texas. That's out towards Odessa, Pyramid, out there?
San Angelo, Miles, Texas.
Notice how
Outside
code
of-
switching? Is that code switching right there?
Yeah.
San Angelo, Miles.
Talking.
No, it's kind of going back home when you get a little
Did you
girl.
just say Niner?
Why don't you guys go get me a fucking big,
What a
Jesus
bag of
Christ.
beers.
Want to build
fucking big of beers?
Oh, it's. I don't know. I mean, so hopefully, the best part about this whole day is Duke isn't playing in this national championship game.
Fuck.
I think
Fucking
we
A,
can all
brother.
agree with that one.
Yeah, I mean,
That's one thing we can all three fucking agree on.
Yep.
because I'm not a Duke fan. And the best part for me last night was Coach K got to witness. He was in the crowd to watch the epic, colossal.
Failure.
Meltdown.
Of
Failure.
John Shire, who said that court storming in NCAA last year should be banned entirely. That's bullshit. Court storming is the best fucking thing possible.
Is it that little small
Best part
college?
about the damn thing.
I know you guys seen this, and I want to go to that game, the Silent Night game. Have you seen that?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, it's a little small. I think it's like maybe a D3 college somewhere. I don't think it's too far from here, but they have like right before Christmas break, they have the Silent Night, and the whole crowd is deathly silent until they think they hit. I think it's like the 10th point,
Oh, really?
and at the 10th point, it is a fucking free fall.
Yeah, then
They
they erupt.
storm the court. I mean, they just go fucking crazy, and they sing Christmas carols all through the game. Like,
It actually sounds kind of fun.
yeah, it is.
Right? Build the anticipation. It's like actually having good foreplay.
I gotta look now.
You gotta find that one. Frosty, NFL draft is going to be coming up at the end of April.
Yep.
What pick do you guys have?
We have the 13th pick, I believe.
Gotcha. And then, I think the Cowboys have the 12th.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I think then the Eagles are right after. Well, Eagles are at the end of it.
Yeah, at the very end of it, fucking unfortunately. Thanks, Howie Roseman, for making Jerry Jones look like more of an idiot every single year you're in charge of the team. It's great. Love it. I don't need another Cowboys rant, but I am excited for the Joe Milton signing.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
He's got some great tape, and he fits the role of a Cowboys quarterback recently, outside of having Troy Aikman and all the turmoil in between. You look at Tony Romo, who ends up coming in as our 10-year starter.
Yep.
Undrafted free agent out of Eastern Illinois. Go Panthers.
Panthers.
And ends up making his way through. Ends up getting hurt. You have a 4th-round draft pick out of Mississippi State, Dak Prescott, who has become damn near the decade-long starter.
Yep.
So it really would make sense if within the next year or two, not Trey Lance. Dude,
he's not even on the team anymore.
No, he's not.
He's a free agent.
Poor guy. I think he signed somewhere.
Yeah, I think he did too. Like San Diego, not San Diego, Los Angeles.
The Chargers.
Chargers. I'm pretty sure he signed with them.
Yeah, that broke my heart. Dean Spanos. That was my AFC team for a while.
Yeah.
Growing up in the San Diego area for 7 years.
Beautiful city.
Used to love going to Qualcomm too. It was not a great stadium, but I always remember just like all the flags that went over around the top side of it.
Yeah.
And it was just a really cool deal of sitting in there. I think it's San Diego County Credit Union Stadium, and they tore it down and built like a smaller kind of new one. They host a few more events and things along those lines. Shout out Aztecs football. The real SDSU.
Fuck you.
Taylor University in Indiana somewhere is where the Silent Night happens.
Taylor University?
Taylor University. It's an NIS school, and they do it right before Christmas break. Let the kids, the 10th point, it started in, I think, 1997, and they go crazy. They storm the court. They're tearing shit up. So
sounds like a
They
fun
say
time.
it's a bucket list thing to go to if you're a sports fan.
That sounds like a fun time.
I like it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
What did they call it again?
Silent Night.
No, the college.
Taylor University.
Taylor
Trojans.
University. This is Fundayz Sports shouting you out. We would love to come to your Silent Night game. We'll probably just buy tickets because you don't know who the fuck we are, but maybe we'll see you one day.
And feelings mutual. We don't know who the fuck you are either.
Oh, we know you are the Trojans.
We do
and
know
you have
that
a
you
great
have a Silent
tradition.
Night game, and that's what we're after.
Shit, man, I ain't got no kids. I ain't never been let down by a Trojan.
If I have any kids out there, they're with their mother where they should be.
Yeah. Yeah, mine are right now.
Yeah.
She does a good job raising them. I don't want to step in and fuck shit up.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's probably the best route to go through.
It is. The youngest one's an asshole.
Naturally.
Naturally, and boy, she is tough. I mean,
She's tough. I like that.
boy.
She must take after her dad.
Yeah, got her dad's mouth for sure. And she's smart about it.
Yeah.
Smart. She knows that she can say stuff around me.
She can get away with it with you, but not with
Mom. Oof.
Man, that's even harder.
Mom's a tough old ranch lady.
Those
Those
kids
kids.
put up with that shit.
No.
No. Look, man, I get scared.
You ever hear the joke about the two brothers? They go to breakfast. The mom comes in and says, "What do you guys want for breakfast?" He says, "I want some fucking Cheerios." She takes him out back, whoops the shit out of him left and right. Comes back inside. He goes upstairs crying, looks at the younger brother, says, "Now what are you going to have for breakfast?" He's like, "I don't know, but it sure as shit ain't going to be Cheerios." Yeah.
No, I'd say good. No, she's a good mom, though. God damn, she's a good mom.
That's good.
Yeah.
Big shout out.
Big shout out.
Drop her first name.
Shout out, Mom.
Johnny Lynn.
Johnny Lynn.
Johnny Lynn.
Johnny Lynn.
She don't have a middle name. It's weird.
It's
Well, yeah, she got two first names.
Now,
So you don't want to be.
Sounds like a porn name, man.
Hey.
I like it.
Huh?
Lucky man. You're a lucky man.
Yeah, no, lucky for sure. She's lucky.
Yeah, she's a lucky.
She's lucky that she found me in that German tent when I was 6 hours into a shift and didn't know who I was. That was the best day of her goddamn life.
I knew she was the one when I said, Guten Tag. She said, fuck you.
No, that's what she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somewhere along the lines of that.
Fuck you.
She one-punched me one night.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's a good story.
One punched?
Oh, let's hear that one. Let's hear about the one punch.
Oh, so here, it all goes back to where we met, to the German tent.
German tent.
And my cousin Arlie is a great singer. He plays in a band that travels Dakota Country. They're good. They're real good. And she wanted to go see him.
What's the name of the band?
Dakota Country.
All right. Just want to plug that. Shout out
Dakota Country. Arlie Hullum.
Hell
Guy
yeah.
can pick and sing.
Yep.
But anyway, they were playing at a big bar in Rapid for the Central States Fair. She wanted to go to it. And I was like, oh, I really want to go to the German tent. She's like, we're going to watch your cousin. She goes, I'll give you 2 hours. I made those 2 hours count. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus.
brother.
I was ham-boned. Coming out of that German tent, we go to the bar, and I'm sure, like, I can't quite remember because things got pretty hazy. But I know there was, like, maybe some Jaeger bombs and Vegas bombs. Lot of liquor went in me. And
Turns out if you're in Germany, a lot of bombs happen.
yeah, it did. And I just remember she was, apparently, I might have said something that pissed her off. Like,
And she fucking just let up.
no, she gave me that look, inside the bar that, like, you're in trouble. I was like, man, whatever. Like, I'm good. And we get outside, and I don't know what I said to her. I don't think it was I love you, by any means, of this tragedy. Like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't I love you. And she just turned around. Yeah, just put
what?
right in the gut.
Ooh, in the gut?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, she right in the gut, dropped me to my knees. And then she, that was terrible. Like,
That sucks. A gut
Oh,
punch
man.
fucking sucks.
just dropped me. And then she walked over to me, and she's just a straight lady about this, She's like, do you like that, you fuck? Do you? And at this point, I thought she was going to kick me in the face. I was pretty nervous at this point because I was like, God, she already punched me once.
Just got fucking
I just got laid out by my old lady. And now she asked me if I like that, you fuck.
Yeah, it means more's coming, dude.
Oh, man, you knew she was going to stirb comp me. I mean, she was pissed. And then the worst part about it...
Comp you.
Stirb stomped me. The worst part about this whole deal was my buddies were on the deck of the bar. They seen it when I got dropped.
Oh, God.
And then the next day, the story would just get better and better every time someone told it.
It's that big fish story.
Oh, man, they're like, you were such a pussy. And I'm like, I was like, no. I was like, dude, she sucker punched me. And they're like, bro, we watched the whole fight. They're like, she would duck and hit you. I like
how they describe it as a fight.
Yeah, no, they were like, they got into it. They're like, how many times did you try to hit her? I was like, none.
I see you swing 4 times.
I see you swing like 4 times and she duck and punch you every time. I go, no, dude, no, she didn't.
Bobbing and weaving.
She turned around.
Float like a butterfly.
Turned around, sucker punched me in the gut, and I've been drinking for 8 hours. And like I said, whatever sparked it was not I love you. I know that part. So this, I don't know what sparked it, but I know it wasn't I love you. And
You're kind of a fucking bitch.
yeah, she just turned around, dropped me right to my knees. Man, it was bad. And then she said over top me like, "You like that, you fuck? Do you like that, you fuck?" I'm like, you like that?
That's when you know it's love.
Oh no, and that's how I was told.
Who do you think you are? I am.
Yeah. No, that's when people are like, hey, I'm going to go and punch my old lady. Like, I don't say that because...
She'll do it.
If I punched her, man, I better get ready for 10 rounds because it's going to be a bloody knockout.
This
before.
ain't gonna be Ray Rice in the elevator knocking around type shit. This is fucking.
No, because I know that she already has the power to
dog.
knock me down. So like, I'd have to maybe hit her while she's sleeping or something.
You catch her square in the chin one time, and instead of going down,
I got
she's
one
just,
shot at
You got one shot. You got to catch her when she's sleeping, and then just
roll
pop
back
her,
over.
and then just roll over because she's gonna get you. She's mean.
You gotta do the old ghetto sucker punch.
Oh,
You walk up to him all tough, you grab your nose, you look that way, and then you just straight fucking uppercut straight into it.
the best one I seen when you talk about ghetto punch.
Yeah.
All these two kids were getting into it outside the bar in Rap City. Shout out to the Brass Rail. God, what a shithole. Love it. And these two are squaring up. This kid knew that he was gonna get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
And he looked over the kid's shoulder and he's like, "Oh fuck, the cops are coming." And that kid turned around and looked, and when he turned back around, got knocked
Yo.
Had
out.
a fist meeting him right in the
Yep,
face. When he
just
turned
hit
around.
him and just done. But yeah, so
Man.
that was my story about getting my ass kicked by my old lady.
You ever do the old ultimate punch?
That's what I looked like when she fucking punched me in the gut,
Wait,
man.
that's
It
not
just
super
It's hot rod.
I don't
Sorry.
know.
Fuck
I mean-
that one up.
There's a lot. She's a lot.
May your hammer be mighty.
Beans.
Yeah, so I mean, be thankful that you're not getting beat up by your old ladies.
Yeah. You know, domestic violence goes both ways.
It does. She always tells me it's love when she punches me. That's how it's love.
Then the whole background. Love hurts. Fucking teeth going everywhere.
Say you love me. I do love you. I
love
do.
I'm sorry.
You're just mean. You're just mean about how you say it. You always
Next thing
gotta,
you know, you're sitting there. Like, I don't like it when you drink whiskey at night. It makes me feel sad.
She used to be a partier too. Like, I mean, she was. God damn, she stuck me in the eye one night.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, we had a great, like, it was, like, you knew it was love. We were playing darts.
Fucking electric.
Oh.
She stuck you in the eye.
Yeah, we're playing darts, and I go to hand her the darts, and I missed her hand. My bad. Like,
Yeah, you fucked up.
I did fuck up. Like, I should have, like, threw for her, apparently, after this. She picks that dart off the ground and turns around and whips that fucker.
No.
And it sticks me right in the tear duct.
What
And
the
it-
Like
fuck?
steel tip?
It was plastic,
Or
so it was,
plastic,
it was
okay.
definitely...
Still plastic. Like,
Still,
dude,
either
that
way.
ain't no joke.
And it was
That's
probably super,
Super
it
soft.
was
Put
clean.
an eye out with that.
Oh,
I'm sure they,
Definitely.
sanitized it right
horrible.
before we used it.
Yeah.
And then she beats me at darts, and my consolation prize is a shot of hunting wild turkey on a hot day.
Oh.
Oh, good.
Yeah. It's like,
That's
Johnny,
exactly
you would
what you
literally
need.
give me a half a shot of wild turkey with filled up with Tabasco sauce, huh? She goes, you shouldn't have lost a game, pussy.
Jesus, I think I'm in love with your wife.
And then she, like,
Never
But-
mind. You don't need to know any Latinas. You got enough Latina
Oh.
love in your fucking life right now. Good
handful.
lord.
Handful.
That's a bushel full, man.
Oh, it's good, though. Like, yeah, it keeps you on your toes. You know, like,
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
when I get out of the shower, get punched, or, like,
Yeah.
never say, and never say anything about, I said one time about her cooking. That was, I
Ooh,
never,
that's a tough one.
Oh, brother.
oh, brother, boy, I opened up a big old can of worms there.
Did you?
She made meatloaf.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that wasn't bad. I go,
Wasn't
what you
bad.
should do is get my mom's recipe, because hers is really good.
Dude.
Yeah.
How long did you know her at that point?
I don't know, a couple months.
Okay, I could give you the benefit
Yeah.
of the doubt on that one.
No,
After a
hell no.
couple
That
months.
was no. I lied to you because that was our first place we bought together. So we'd been together for a couple years.
Good lord.
And
Yeah, you don't comment on the meat.
no, you don't at all.
Ma, the meatloaf.
Meatloaf, fuck.
Ma, get the meatloaf.
Doing something.
So I
back
just,
there.
I learned after that, like, yeah. And then we had kids that would stay with us, and like, you have to know your wife to be able to talk, to her.
Oh yeah.
She'd always be like, and she's a great cook, and she would make these big meals, and I had to eat, and my roommate was like, oh, this is good. This is real good. I was like, hey, John, I'll give you a C for trying tonight. This is shit.
Holy shit.
But these kids have said to me, like, that's how you talk to your wife? It's like, yeah. So she didn't even try. That good. And I was like, no. I was like, but if you do have a wife, like, I can talk to my wife like this. Like, because we go back and forth. I said, you just
you
don't.
have your own banter.
Yeah. Don't just drop this on her some night. Cause
Don't do it. Please
It's like,
don't do
yeah,
it.
Kill
no. You don't just spring it on her. It's like a threesome. You don't just show up with another chick.
No.
That'll go badly.
That
every time.
does add an element of surprise to your relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you start. I got Yeah, but so yeah, we got a great relationship. Got 3 great kids. Smart kids that don't get away with shit.
Yeah.
As long as Dad's around, like they can.
Oh yeah.
Teach them to stick up for themselves.
Good.
That's all you can do, man.
Huh?
That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a hard-ass world out there. If you're teaching your kid just to, like, roll with the punches every single time, it's like, brother, sometimes you got to punch a sucker in the mouth in a figurative way. Sometimes in a literal.
Yeah, no, he's been in a few little. He's been in a few little altercations, but that's what these kids these days are, so soft. Like,
So soft.
so soft.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the thing about a lot of kids now is, like, they're so resorted to, like, guns, and it, like, that was the great thing about fighting culture and that I love about hockey.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, if you're gonna pull some shit, like, you better be able to fucking box.
Yeah, better be all.
You better be ready to fight. And it's a sense of accountability. And that's a great thing about, like, hand-to-hand combat. It's like, it's literally person against person. It's not like a weapon. It's not like this story where we're like 2 Frisco high school kids. One of them, whose name was, with a K, Carmelo Anthony, stabbed the other kid. Dude, that ain't being a man.
No. Oh,
That ain't at all. But, like, and you go, like, hand-to-hand, fisticuffs, and then just, like, but the thing is, when you're a true man is when you lay off in the fight when you know that it's won.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, back in the day, they just get up and shake hands and go buy each other a beer. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Then that's good for culture.
100%.
Handle it that way. Don't handle it with a life or death situation where you think, like,
No.
every second needs to be like oh my god, like,
Just he fixed a short-term problem with a long-term solution. And now, like, it's terrible. The kid lost his life, and now this kid, he better not see the light of day.
no, and
you're
he's
talking
gonna
about
lose
stabbing
his
him?
life too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of taking another life. Yeah, that's what we were talking about, that stabbing between 2 from that town that I was toting earlier with the record Division I athlete recruits. That's what happened at one of their track meets. Frisco.
Just
It
sad.
is sad.
Yeah.
Sad, man.
Just
Kids
sucks.
got so much, like, and I don't know what the reason behind it is, but, like, I mean, like, kids can't be kids nowadays because there is so much pressure on them
Right.
to be
Yeah.
good. Like,
And in the state of Texas, the kid who stabbed the other kid was 17. The reason his name's getting released is because in the state
It's
of
an adult
Texas
crime.
at 17, yep, you're an adult. You're charged as an adult. Which, you're close enough to it, it's
Yeah,
time to
you know
start
what you're
acting
doing.
like it.
At that
yeah,
point.
you know.
Absolutely.
I mean,
There ain't no kid shit. There ain't no juvie shit.
I don't care if you're. I mean, by the time you're 4 years old, you know the difference between right and wrong.
Yeah.
You should.
Should, or your parents were shitty.
Yeah, a lot of them out there are shitty.
Lots.
A lot of them.
You know,
Shout
I
out
said,
shitty parents.
shitty parents. You guys are people too.
Yeah, actually, turns out if you're a shitty parent
People too.
and if your kids don't come on the forefront of what you're trying to do in your life as a parent, turns out you're a fucking piece of shit and I fucking hate you and I will never ever have any fucking respect for you if you do not put your children first before yourself.
People.
Fucking people.
People
too,
just
man.
being people. People just being people.
Being fucking dick fucks. People want to act like our fucking country sucks right now. It's because people are like, they're just being people. And it's like, no, stop being a cocksucking piece of shit.
Well, I mean, it really, yeah, people are just weird these days.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Weird.
Not enough fist fights.
Yeah, you know, here's the deal. Like, I understand bullying. Like, this bullying gets out of hand.
Yeah, they're mean now.
But they're just mean, like, because they can't get rid of it. I mean, because it's going to go home with them. You know,
No, and even if the kid who's getting bullied ends up punching the other kid in the face, they're both getting suspended. And the kid who threw the punch for the other person, like, calling him, like, a piece of shit.
Shout out to my little boy. That's why you walk him behind the climbing wall where the teachers cannot see.
Mm.
And then you handle your business back there.
Oh.
Yeah.
He handled some business at school there.
Yeah, you got some kids calling him fat.
Yeah, fucking put him down, man.
Good.
Tell him he's fat. And I told him, I said, walk away from that crap. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't need that shit. He goes, I did. And he goes, then they punched me when I was walking away. So
they fucking sucker punched him?
Yeah, they sucker punched him. So he walked him behind the climbing wall. And he got him, all three of them.
Good.
And,
I'm going to go beat the shit out of some little kids.
That's fucking awesome.
Went 3-0 in his first schoolyard fight.
That fucking
I
boy.
mean,
3 for 3.
Kelby.
Kelby's just getting it, you know. And he's a tough kid, and he doesn't take... and he's a super soft-hearted kid.
Yeah.
Man, when he gets... like when that...
Those soft-hearted kids, when they get emotional, man.
And he's lefty. So those kids
kids. Brother.
Got a whole other element to it.
You put those fucking poor school kids
No wonder why
in
you knocked
probably
3 of them
their
out.
first
You
schoolyard.
fucking left hooking them. They're not seeing it coming.
And it's crazy. The crazy deal is, you know, like, got home and he was like, if he's gonna tell you the truth, and he's mad about something, he's a crier.
Yeah.
Just a straight crier.
He's feeling it.
Feeling it. I get home and I walk in the door and our table's a pretty good distance away, and just kind of had his head down or whatever, and you can see the tears, and I was like, oh, what happened today, bud?
What's going on, brother?
Because when Johnny had called me, he said, go and get your boy. You know, like, I was like, I must be
fucking just like smoking Marlboro Reds or something.
Yeah, go get your boy. My name's Johnny.
And, my name's Johnny. I'm going to get your boy. Anyway.
And here's a fiddle, son.
So, yeah. So, like, I did, like, we talked during the day or whatever, but I didn't really realize what time it was, and whatever, got home, and he's crying. And I was like, hey, man, what's going on? And before he could even say anything, Kason just jumps in, my girl. She's like, oh, Dad, he beat up 3 kids at school today. Like, oh, God, like, how much trouble is he going to be in? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I got to figure this out. Like,
Let me figure out the story.
Let's hear the story. And then he told me the story. You know, they're making fun of him, calling him fat. He took care of business. And the next day he comes home and got invited to that kid's birthday party. You know?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Turns out that's what happens when you stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
You ain't a chicken shit no more.
You know, and then the one kid sucker punched him at the high school football game. And it was, oh, God, it was good, though. Like, this is funny. I mean, I don't condone fighting, but, like, if your little kid's going to be a prick.
Yeah.
Kelby come over to us, and he's like, oh. It's like, Jesus, what happened to you? And he's like, the kid over there sucker punched me. I was like, well, hit him back. He goes, I can't. I said, why can't you hit this kid back? He hits you. Fair is fair. He goes, he's so fast. I can't catch him.
You gotta grab him.
He said, well, I said, eventually them fast kids will always stop somewhere.
You wait for it.
He waits for it, and Kelby waited for it, and he got him back, but...
Smoke that bitch.
I mean, just... He's a great kid, smart, absolute genius in school.
Yeah.
But... hit his buttons, and you're going to get one.
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's where, like, we lost this whole culture war. Like, these kids...
can't stand up for themselves.
They can't say, you know, like... You know, and like same thing like Mike Tyson said. These kids need punched in the face.
Yeah, everybody's a big talker until they get punched in the fucking mouth.
Big time. It's all over
Take
the internet.
You know? I mean, take in the face and...
One of my favorite videos, this thing is probably 15 years old at this point. It's this video of a big kid. He's sitting on, like, it was in school. It was like one of them California schools or something where it's outdoors and, like, still in school. And he's, like, walking by and this... fucking skinny ass punks over there. You could see him chirping at him,
Yeah.
And he comes over and he starts punching him in the gut and punching him in the face and all this stuff. And the kid's just taking it, you know. He's like, I'm imagining, I'm going to tell, it's like ad-lib here. It's like, dude, knock it off, man. Knock it off.
Stop
and he
it.
keeps fucking doing it. And finally he gets pissed off enough and he grabs this kid and suplexes him and throws him on the ground, breaks the kid's leg on the fucking curb. Like, not stomping it, but like slamming him down.
Yeah.
And the kid like gets up to leave and he starts hopping away like he's just crying and bawling. I'm like, good, you little bitch.
That kid made that kid made a conscious decision.
Yeah, and he learned a valuable fucking lesson.
Yeah, like I fucked around and found out.
The best part is when you see a big kid, when you see the big kid's head just click into gear that, guess what? I'm fucking bigger than these guys.
Yep.
I don't have to take this shit.
No, and I think that's where we get so much lost with these kids nowadays that everybody has to, like, one, be included, and
you all have to be equal.
You have to be an equal. Like,
but if you're more elite or more size than somebody else, then like you're supposed to like be equal to this person. But when you equally retaliate based on the aggression that you find,
yeah, I mean, I just think there'd be, you know, the kids are just fucked up these days.
Kids are dicks, man.
Kids are dicks.
Vontez Burfict needed to be knocked the fuck out by Juju Smith-Schuster.
Thank you,
That's
Juju.
the type of shit that, like, yeah, you fucking take Jeep shots on fucking people. Yeah, fucking turns out you need to be fucking knocked the fuck out.
Yep.
Dude, I'm not a Steelers fan by any means. I would have donated to fucking Juju's cause.
I mean, it turns out, like, AB was one of the premier receivers in the league, and, I mean, you can see it. I mean, he is
fucked up.
He's
you can see it now.
Yeah, I mean, like, every day is a half day if you quit at halftime like you did, you know?
Yeah, fair enough.
You know, throw the jersey in the crowd, say, fuck it.
I remember seeing that. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it turns out the guy had his probably 15th concussion.
Yeah.
And he lost his mind. Crazy fucking idea. A small guy who gets knocked the fuck out a couple of times. A bunch of fucking times.
Shout out to my Buccaneers when he took off.
Shout out Buccaneers.
Bill Buccaneers. Not a lot of fans up here in South Dakota.
Shout out CTE.
The original CTE giver was Steve Atwater. I think he's from Denver. They're strong safety. You guys might be too.
I remember Atwater.
Yeah, he's the one that invented CTE.
Oh, dude, he was like a sniper out there.
Oh, man, he crushed people. The best clip, Steve Atwater hitting Christian Okoye in the hole. It was like 2 cars collided.
Really?
You got to watch. You got to look this up. It was big. Speaking of looking it up, I'm going to look it up right now. Shout out.
All right, show us. We'll do a live reaction on that one.
You ever watch Sean Taylor's Pro Bowl highlights?
It's so great.
My favorite thing to watch is guys like half-assing it out there. Sean Taylor comes in and says, fuck you.
We're playing football. There's 2 Redskins that I'll ever respect in my life. Number 1, Colt McCoy. Shout out University of Texas.
Yep.
And Sean Taylor. Just the way he played the game.
Oh, you didn't have an off button, man. It was either 100% or nothing.
Which, God, I feel like that's gone in today's age.
Oh, definitely gone in today's sports.
That's why they play flag football for the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, at least do that. But, I mean, it was getting to be such a fucking bullshit deal anyway, watching them out there half-assing it, playing practice speed, if that.
Less than practice speed.
Less than practice
No,
speed.
they went harder than that in training camp.
Well, yeah, when they touch a guy, they're down. That's what it's like it is flag football at that point.
Okay. Turn it to flags.
Okay. Watch the hit in the hole.
Oh, yeah!
Stop him.
Lay him down!
Just dead in his tracks. And I don't know. Christian Okoye was a big dude.
One small.
Steve Atwater just handing out concussions. That's back when you got your bell rung.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We used to call them stingers.
I feel like the world got worse when Bo Jackson hurt his hip where he couldn't play anymore. Because he played mean.
He run like the
Bosworth?
cops are chasing him all the time, man. He had a purpose. Like, I mean, that's what he looked like.
Okay.
Shout out
O.J.
South
Simpson.
Dakota Perspective.
Oh, man, we always say that. Like, you watch those kids on the football field?
Yeah.
Man, they're
Well,
running.
they said it on Madden. Literally, the year Adrian Peterson, I can't remember if it was like 2012. But, yeah, you'd break off on a long run with him, and he says, he's got breaking from the cop speed.
Oh, man, you run. You run with purpose. But,
Yeah.
man, just think how angry he run.
Jesus fucking racist.
Why was
Yeah,
that racist?
that was in Madden.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Clip us out.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll clip it out.
Clip it out.
Or edit that clip out.
Sorry.
No, we're not editing shit out.
Sorry.
No, this is going
But just think
straight
how,
out.
like, he just ran angry.
Yeah.
But he's a nice, like, and I don't think he was
Super
a
nice guy. in
nice
general.
guy.
Yeah, unless you're his son
Unless
and
you're-
he has a switch in his hand.
Well, that was Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Shout out AP.
So,
I thought we were talking AP.
oh, you talked.
Mentioned AP.
We mentioned AP, but we were talking about Bo Jackson.
Back to Bo.
How about that throw, Harold Reynolds, from the warning track? Didn't even take a step.
Oh, with the Royals.
Just rifled him.
Yep.
That's
was sweet.
once, and
That guy was a true, just athlete.
Yeah, and that's a 100-yard throw.
on the
100-yard plus. It's from the
I
back of the end zone to the other
Did you
goal
watch
line.
his 30 or 30?
Yeah.
You don't
Oh,
wanna
yeah.
know?
On
Yeah.
oh god, I love
Oh,
that
no.
when Steinbrenner was going to offer the biggest contract for, was it like $1 million signing bonus or $2 million signing bonus? And his mom's like, "We don't need your money. We've been poor. He needs an education." Like,
That's a great way to look at it.
Dual-star athlete at Auburn.
Yep.
yeah, baseball, football. You play anything else?
Could have been track.
Oh yeah.
In high school, not in college. It was baseball, football in college. But that track speed that he had, that was different.
Man,
Dude, these fucking mics are trippy. They're so fucking sensitive.
can you imagine though
They focus so fucking soft.
how like these kids nowadays, like you take a Bo Jackson in the NFL today, he would kill somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could, but I think he'd be penalized though.
Yeah, he would. That was 15 yards, I think.
I mean, if you really look at, okay, some of
I
the great,
don't think he would have been penalized with the way that he actually rushed and punished.
no,
Like he wasn't making dirty hits. He was just like,
he's just strong.
yeah, he was the
Yeah.
upstanding athlete in between. Like you go and meet him, and it's like,
Oh man, you imagine now him running the football where they can't hit you high
oh,
and they
fuck.
can't hit you low. They got to take you center mass.
yeah,
He would.
Why
dude,
do you
he'd
think
make
Derrick Henry's
Marshawn.
so fucking great.
He'd make Marshawn
Goes right through
look
him.
like a second string running back. I fucking love you, Marshawn. I'm
Your whole-
so fucking sorry for saying that, but it's only for Bo Jackson.
I mean, your whole offense just handed the ball.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean, that's what I did on Tecmo Bowl football. He was good.
Well, it could be, but I mean, we live in such a passing era right now with all
Yeah.
the calls that are called against like DBs and safeties. Like it's very much a league that's geared towards the offense.
Hey,
Yeah, we've been talking for fucking 3 hours.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fundayz Sports here
Fundayz
online.
Fundayz Sports. We got to wrap it up. You got to go home.
No, I don't know. I don't gotta go home. I go home to get beat by my wife. You shitting me?
Go get sucker punched in the gut.
Hide
Like
behind,
that fucker?
hide behind the door, ready to fucking punch me when I walk in. Ah! I got you good, fuck. Ah, you fuck.
Hadouken.
Yeah. It's one fight. It's one fight I wish I could have kept my feet.
Oh, shit. Shout out to the United States of America, our #1 viewer. Shout out to Canada, our #2. Shout out to the London, United Kingdom. You're welcome for fucking winning in 1776 so you could see what a real fucking country looks like. Also shout out to South Africa, Seoul, South Korea, not North Korea. Fuck you, Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, we got one viewer in North Korea.
One viewer.
Yep, they probably will be shot tonight.
Yeah, it turns out they got shot in the fucking forehead.
No, it's Kim Jong-un. He's like, ooh, Fundayz.
Oh,
yeah.
Fundayz. Oh, Fundayz.
Ooh, funny guy.
That's real. Oh, they should come over.
Oh, ooh, Supreme Rito really likes Fundayz.
Oh, baby.
Shout out to Andrew Santino for making all of this okay for white folks in fucking Midwestern states.
Dude, it's not racist if it's North Korea.
It's not.
Everywhere else, yes.
Yes.
Deal.
Deal.
I'm Sharon Reed.
I was going to say, Team America did that one, too.
America.
Fuck yeah.
I like the guy that sings the Country Road song, but about North Korea.
Oh, fuck. Never heard that one.
Really?
We're going to save that one for the next episode.
Oh, man.
Dude, we got to play that shit live, and then we'll get a fucking live reaction to that
Oh, man.
shit.
It is so good. So good.
Fucking priceless.
Yes.
Well, to wrap up live next week in Pier with collaboration with Fresh Huddle, we're going to be down at the Pier Mall again with our man Art.
Yeah.
Art. Gonna have some fun with Art. Hanging out at the mall with
Art.
the walkers.
Oh, mall
All the
walkers.
walkers.
Mall walkers.
Yeah.
We're going to have to brush them off.
Interesting. Cool
Serious.
people.
We got to
You're
box
gonna
them
be-
out this time.
Dude,
Throw a
if they
little
know
hip
that
into
we're
'em.
broadcasting live, they're going to want to just, like, come at us like we're
Yeah.
the Beatles.
Oh, hate you. And then they got their walkway cut in half because of the new stores that came in.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
now they got to do that sucker a lot more.
Yep.
Shout out to mile walkers though.
Turns out,
You guys are
go
people, too.
outside.
Getting the steps in
Steps.
on Sundays.
I gotta be
Mall
honest, I don't want to take business away from the Pier Mall, but if you're gonna walk around a store in Pier, go to Menards.
Walmart's more interesting. You see a whole different variety. of
Walmart is more diverse, but oh my
I think
god,
the
there were
reason why
plenty.
they go to the mall is because there's not as many people there all the time just hanging out in the court.
Yeah, just like
When
I
you
don't
say
know,
not as many
grab a cart full of some wood, walk over to the paint section, then go to the lighting section, and then go over to like home storage and closets, and you've covered.
covered a lot of ground.
Or
I
if
thought
you
of it.
want, you could go to the mall and see us and say hi while you do multiple
Yeah.
laps.
And be live.
Maybe pick up a jersey, some baseball cards.
That'd be super great.
Plenty of merch.
Dude,
plenty
he's
of
got so
memorabilia.
much good stuff down there at
Great
Fresh Huddle.
cards.
Oh, yeah.
Last
Great cards.
time I got a Larry Bird jersey. Frosty, you got a
Got a
Dolphins hat?
Yep.
Yeah, it's great stuff, and it's in such a location that is craving that type of presence.
Yeah, I mean obviously the sports people are going to see it and should patronize it because the only store down there is Hibbett's, so you know that
Yeah.
you have some form of, towards sporting, unless
Hell
you're
yeah.
getting your nails done, I guess. But
Yeah.
Bath and Body Works.
yeah,
Shout
so,
out Shoe Carnival.
yeah,
And your
so
Hey Dudes
Shoe
sales.
Carnival's right there. So
Shout
I
out
mean,
Hey Dudes if Frosty, you want to kick your foot up real quick.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah,
Fucking sweet Hey Dudes.
pick those up.
Shout out Hibbett Sports. We're here for it too. But at the same time, I mean, going through and what we're kind of building with Fresh Huddle and what we're already doing with Fundayz Sports, that collaboration makes me really excited for the future, and especially the Lincoln Keenholt signing that's coming on April 26th.
Yep.
At noon, 12 noon Central Standard Time. Ohio State fans, tune in for it. Pure Governors fans, tune in for it. South Dakota fans, tune in for it. Because this guy and the work ethic that he had in playing all of these multiple sports, this really is a situation where, like, this kid, and I don't want to say this about anybody because you guys know how much of a cap I put on, like, South Dakota Sports Talk.
Yeah, I'm surprised you're talking as much.
Can't believe it. Oh,
No, but you actually have an athlete who can do that shit and goes to a place where he can continue to grow and do it. And what this guy has done, and based on his game film, he really does look like, I hate to quote it, and I hope he doesn't get upset about it, but he looks like the next Joe Burrow.
Yeah, he's good. The kid's good. I mean, it's, and now you take Lincoln Keenholz off the Pure Governors, and now, you take Gray Zabel. That's
big time growth.
Big time.
Yep.
And what that does from these major programs is look at the level of sports that they're playing now, and it elevates the entirety of, like, the entire outlet of what potentially your kid may have available, being able to play against those type of caliber athletes. Yeah. It elevates the entirety of everything that you're doing.
And it also gives you, these small town kids. Not only in South Dakota, small town kids across the United States.
All around.
Like,
everywhere in this little tornado alley.
You gotta, have a dream. Chase it. But if you're gonna chase it
hard, man.
Chase it hard.
Chase
you only get one,
you
and you only get one shot at this.
Bingo.
And like I told those kids that night when they were going into that region championship game, I can't remember, their 15 seed playing the 2 seed, and I talked to Harland, and I told Harland, I said, hey, you got 32 minutes. 32 minutes that is left. And I said, at the end of this game, there is going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. That's just how life goes. But I said, if you leave everything out on that goddamn floor, and everything, I mean, don't hold anything back, I go, in 20 years, you're not going to look back and go, damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had.
And then this kid goes out and gets us, holds their number one scorer. I think he was scoring 26, 27 points a game. Held him like 10 and gives us like 22 boards and 34 points.
Oh, shit.
And then walks out the court and I go, Harlan, great game. Yeah.
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 That's like just humble kid.
Yeah.
You're like, holy shit, Harlan. You just put the whole team on your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On to the next one.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's how we... And it really sucked because that team was loaded, and then COVID killed all the state tournaments.
COVID fucked a lot of shit up.
COVID fucked a lot of shit up.
Including college sports.
Yeah.
Yep.
NBA sports. LeBron got a bullshit bubble championship that means something.
Fucking all this LeBron hate.
Yeah.
All-time leading scorer in NBA history for the fucking record.
All-time turnover leader, too. LeBron. He's got the all-time turnover.
Shit, he played for what, 22, 23 years?
Yeah.
He's still averaging like 200 and some odd turnovers a year.
Hold the ball. I will say the thing that you can't hate on LeBron with, and I love Kobe, LeBron's overall.
Do you say he's better than Kobe?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Shout out, don't drink too many Busch Lights while doing a podcast because it'll make you talk stupid.
Shout out, actually watch NBA basketball and you'll know what the fuck is going on.
Shout out, smoke weed and golf. It's a great time.
That's a good enough deal. Thanks, moderator.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
But that's why differentiating opinions lead to good conversation.
Frosty, just for me and you.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's wrong on that one.
Okay.
Kobe is...
Just between me and the rest of America, don't watch South Dakota high school basketball because it sucks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hot take. Put it in your mouth.
Ooh.
Suck on it.
Guess
And if
what?
you don't
South
like
Dakota,
it,
if you're
go ahead
listening
and
to
comment
this,
with
watch
exactly
it, 'cause
where
if
you're
you don't,
listening from.
Nobody else will. So, love your sports.
Yeah.
Take care of local sports. We need them.
Work hard. Don't quit.
And Dave's full of shit because there is actually great basketball that's played all over this state.
Yes.
Relative.
Yeah.
It's nice
There's
when
good stuff
everybody's
out
under
there.
6'5" on the court.
Oh, that's... I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
about
the
that.
truth. Love
Well,
you guys.
This Texas bullshit talk. Everything's bigger in Texas.
God.
The old
All
72.
This is Frosty sounding off. at
See you
this
guys.
point.
Big Al's out.
See ya.
Love you always. Thanks for tuning in to Fundayz Sports.
Fundayz
Check in
Sports.
next
Be
week.
back next week.
Deuces.
Deuces.